And we're live with a special edition of Based Oracle and Phi Talk. What was the name of this stream again? Hold on, let me look. You
Uh,
win, Mr. Wilson. I can't compete. I surrender. Okay, that sounds like some serious stuff. So we got some drama to get into here. Uh, I guess I'll start with some confessions since you don't know exactly what you're walking into. So in the spirit of honesty, I don't like to ambush anyone or deceive anyone, and so um, let me get my presentation ready. There it is. So earlier I sent you a little link, which is just interesting because a lot of times I don't even intend for anything to happen. Like I was just, I stumbled out of bed and half coherent, pushed a couple of buttons on the keyboard, and for some reason my texts weren't popping up. So I was like, oh, am I still shadow banned? So I had to like wait patiently in line to get on panel so that I could use my voice to share my congrats to his success. And so um, I'll go ahead and play it, and you'll see what happened. But I'm just giving you the lead up to it. So as you're aware, since I hang out with some deplorables, especially this one super fucking degenerate named Based Oracle, and so apparently he's been starting shit on the panel verse without the approval of His Majesty Andrew Wilson, and
that's right.
so little did you know. First, you have to check with like one of his cardinals or bishops, to see if you're allowed to speak, and then when you are graced with his presence, you may kiss the ring. And so since
Oh,
you haven't got the memo, allow me to educate you on how this shit works. You're probably new to this YouTube stuff, so I'll coach you and so you know how to do it. Okay.
yeah, I'm
So
pretty new.
so anyways, I done goofed, and so I accidentally. Oh shit! Raging Tomatoes here. You're gonna come up on panel, Raging Tomato. Don't tempt me. So anyways, so I made the horrible mistake of committing the heresy of appearing on one of your panels, and so for that sin, I am now to be flogged.
Yeah,
And
you should be punished.
see, oh, I got a good tongue lashing, believe me, brother. And so
More like a tongue flicking, I'm guessing.
yeah, that too. But I enjoyed that part. I was like, ooh. But anyways, anyways, I just got a kick out of it because at first I thought it was just the usual, horse shit that we're used to, but then it just kept getting better and better. One thing I've learned about evil retards is you really don't have to do any work at all. I noticed you've been taking notes from the Emperor Phi that where you just stand there and like let them talk. And you just like stare into the microphone. You're like, go ahead, keep talking, keep talking. And they just keep digging themselves deeper and deeper. And, they're like covered in pig shit. And they're like, I've almost got you. You just wait. And you're like, yeah, keep going. I'll just wait until you're done. So,
Yeah, I think that's a good point you bring up.
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes that is the case, and people can dig their own ditches, no doubt.
Yep, yep, yep. So, here's your freebie. Since you probably didn't catch the original stream, I'll go ahead and just replay it. By the way, I don't know if it's like fate or comedy or whatever, but the original stream we're watching right now on Glenn's channel got copyrighted by Big Black Cock or something. I can't remember which corporation owns it or something. It's BBC something. Copyright striked him, and so he can't even play this video on his own channel. So maybe he can come over here and borrow my copy, and I'll help him out because he was so nice. So
So, can he copyright strike you for the stream that he got copy struck on and no longer has access to?
possibly. So you might want to record this and keep a copy on your computer just in case, because this might suddenly disappear in the next couple hours or something. You never know. It's the internet. It's weird. Anyways, so what happened was a long time ago, I appeared on one of your panels, and apparently that was heresy. And so now that's why I got banned by Grid One Motorsports, also known as Unreasonable Man. Jake's VO Pod. I don't know what his channel is called. It's Jake VO Pod
I think
Project
it's
thing.
called Gay Boy Express,
Yeah, that
something
one.
like that. Yeah.
And then of course our buddy Glenn Lawrence, who I still want to see y'all kiss and make up based. I'm still holding out for hope, but maybe this stream will prove that now my bridge has been burned as well. So the bridge to the bridge you burned is now being burn. So it doesn't look good, Bo. But again, Phi can work miracles. Just you got to believe. You got to believe, brother. But anyway, so anyways, long story short, I'm banned, blocked, censored. And I don't even know how I got on panel. This is where I think Glenn had a stroke, and he was like, "Okay, I'll let Phi on," while Andrew was on.
All right.
So, anyways, I'll just let you see for yourself what happened. Anyways, let's go ahead and hit play, and then see what occurred. Let me know if you can hear the audio in chat. By the way, if you can't hear this.
Fucking legs up real quick, and men would keep it in their pants real fucking quick if they had to live with the consequence of what sex was. But they don't.
I mean, personally, I could say I never got pregnant unless I tried to get pregnant with my husband, and I personally say that. But
here comes the shadings.
Well, I personally have to deal with the consequences too, because birth.
Yes, sir.
Who's that one eating food or whatever? Is she from whatever or something?
Eating
food. Or is
it
he or she? I can't say the name.
Which one are you talking about?
I don't know. Food? Somebody was stuffing their face. So I was just curious.
I don't know.
Because that's the only one here I don't know. But anyways, play on.
Yeah, there's Teriyaki, TML, Jess, and Ashley, Weirdo John, Glorious Supreme Leader, the Vicar of Christ himself, and then some annoying asshole who has a seashell.
I'm kind of surprised Machine made it up there.
Oh yeah, he's goes to and fro. But anyways, let's listen to the exchange.
Birth control doesn't work for me.
Well, birth control also fucks up your guys' heads.
Yeah, I've never. I don't. I worked for OBGYN for almost 10 years. I strongly disagree with hormonal birth control. I've personally, I took it for about 3 months and had a lot of side effects, and then realized that honestly, this is a serious thing we're doing to our body. It increases your risk of cancer.
No. It helps. It helps with safe sex, Ashley.
Right. And
we have to educate people. You got to educate people.
It also increases your risk of stroke and heart attack.
Do a pause.
It's somewhat of a blood clotter. It has somewhat of a blood clotting effect.
Yes, sir.
I like to pause to digest. So sounds like, I mean, I don't know what time this was, and I could be wrong, but just thus far, it sounded like Andrew been hitting the bottle, which would be no surprise. And on another note, something I realized about Ashley is she likes to shit where she eats and then go somewhere else and try to build some kind of rapport with them, try to mend the bridge while she's burning another bridge. And it seems like she just played ping pong with that, a little bit of Frogger. That seems to be her game.
We'll see. She talks a lot on this one too, so you can. But just let it play out, and then we can go by like line by line.
Whoa. You wanna let it play out like half an hour straight and then talk about it?
No, it's not half an hour. It's like 10 minutes. I don't think I lasted 10 minutes before I was booted off the panel, mind you. But we'll get to that part. just wait. No. It gets better.
Anyways, just hormonal birth control is just in no way, shape, or form good for anybody. I do not agree with hormonal birth control.
I don't agree with birth control either, and I'm not on birth control.
But wait, an entire generation of women
when they're teenagers. As soon as they get their periods or they get put on it. They're 14 years old.
Pills to high schoolers, you know? What's the big deal?
That's what happened to me.
You gotta be safe. There are health benefits to it, but that's questionable.
But the thing is,
what health benefits? That they don't have their period for a while?
No, it's okay. Look, it's fine. You can have an entire generation educated to take birth control, which they were. That's Michelle's utopia. To coom. Because if you don't let them coom, then they're going to coom. You see. This is the logic. If you don't let people coom, if you don't let them coom, they're going to coom.
I like to coom.
Yeah.
Okay. Great logic. Fantastic.
Say congrats on your 4K subs. I didn't know you were already there. And
yeah, thank you.
I was trying to congratulate you from the chat, but apparently I'm still shadow banned, so I wasn't able to tell you congratulations. So maybe your mods.
You probably did something, I-Fi.
Thanks. No, probably. I probably said words.
Thanks,
You're right.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just wanted to personally tell you congratulations since your mods won't allow me to do it through chat.
Well, hang on. It's a covenant community. This is your libertarian utopia.
Here we go.
It's a covenant community.
We all vote with our voice.
Yeah, and you can discriminate in the covenant community, and you've been discriminated against. So, like, it's fine.
There's
hi, Andrew.
Somebody in chat
good
talking
job
about
talking to Dave, by the way.
Somebody in chat talking about birth control for men being tested. I've seen a lot of stuff about this too.
Nobody cares about that. Actually.
Fucking weird.
Anyway, so Andrew, I want to congratulate you on your second round with Dave Smith because the first round went pretty well.
Yeah, who cares, dude? You're going to be on someone else's channel talking shit about me in 15 minutes. Like, why do I care about your phony baloney? Congratulations, dude. Your phony ass fucking. Oh, Andrew, I wanted to say you're fucking just another backbiter. Just fuck off, dude.
What am I backbiting about?
You'll be on another asshole's fucking channel talking shit about me like you always do.
Oh, I've got my own channel for that. I don't have to.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're congratulating me, why you want to be buddy, right? We're not friends. You're a backbiting piece of shit.
I think it's progress because you won't argue with me about libertarianism, so at least you'll hear Dave Smith out.
I've wrecked you on libertarianism so many times, not even funny. And on top of that, you won't put your face behind your words, and so you're not.
I know I'm a coward. I refuse to show up to debate. I know I'm just a spineless coward. You got me there, bro.
You are.
Well, okay. Let's get back to our conversation because we were talking about like what we could do. So I appreciate
screwing it up again.
Yeah, thanks.
I appreciate you coming up here and congratulating me. Thank you.
No, don't worry. You'll be on Based Oracle's channel talking about how you're PDF file adjacent in 5 days, Glenn, or 2 days, or maybe 2 days. But he's going to come on here and tell you congratulations, you're doing a great job. Right.
I can speak for myself.
These fucking people. These people are so fucking duplicitous, dude. Totally duplicitous. Talk out of both sides of their mouth, and the more anonymous they are, the more often they do it.
Get them, Andrew.
Again, Glenn, I can talk for myself if you want me to.
Stop being duplicitous.
That's okay. I'll wait until he's.
Well, tell Glenn about how you go and you fucking talk shit about him on other people's channels. Tell him about it.
Okay, Glenn. Since he wants to talk about it, I guess I could go out into the panel and tell people to like shadow ban. Yeah,
I know you want to play this through, but there's a bit to unpack here.
Oh, we will. I just want you to absorb it and then unpack it. Is that okay?
Yeah, God. All right, whatever.
It's up to you. It's up. I got time, bro.
Yeah,
You're the one that's in a hurry.
Yeah, no, I got you. You know what? We'll do it your way. Just play it through. I'll take some notes.
All right, and then we'll go back and you can, tell me which part you want to stop and talk about.
That's fine.
Ban people that talk shit against me, like Grid One Sports or something like that. I could tell him, don't allow anyone who talks shit about someone else on your panel. Mute that.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is obfuscation. This is obfuscation. You're not actually answering to the charge. Why do you go to other channels talk shit about Glenn? Why are you going on a guy's channel? Why are you going on a guy's channel who's saying that he's a PDF file? They're saying he's a PDF file. He's PDF file adjacent. You're going on his channel and you're sparking those flames. You're totally duplicitous. Oh, but congratulations on your 4K, Glenn. Shut up, dude.
You saying that because you told me you didn't get online with that.
Yeah, they do run with that.
I was a regular member of Glenn Lawrence's channel. I frequently come on here and talk to him about all kinds of things.
And you frequently go on other people's channels.
Oh no!
And you stir it up and you talk a bunch of shit.
Oh shit!
And that's what you do.
Oh no! It's very. That I brought up on this panel, Glenn.
Dude, you were over on a panel with Jake from Project VOPod.
Well, yeah, that's a perfect example of another channel I'm not allowed on anymore because
you're duplicitous.
Oh,
and
sorry.
What you did was you set an ambush up against that kid, and you were doing everything you could to stoke the fire of these ridiculous allegations that Glenn Lawrence is PDF file adjacent. Oh, but congratulations on your 4K.
I don't remember saying anything about Glenn on Jake's
channel.
Bro,
they were going at it about this, and you were completely agreeing with Based Oracle on this. Yes, you were.
I disagree with Based Oracle all the time, dude. That's true. We very rarely agree on shit.
You certainly agreed on that.
You were trying to convince everybody Saturday night to suck his dick. Shut up. I told you
No,
this
actually, I was
already.
trying to convince you to
Close
him,
this
Ashley,
base.
since you're always
Yeah,
you know
super,
about him.
No.
super duplicitous, man. You just that's super duplicitous. What do you want me to say?
I said
That's why I don't have any
agree. I
respect for
encourage
you.
debate, like like adults and shit. You know,
That's
No,
not
professionals.
debate. That's not.
you know what
that's
I'm
not
talking
debate.
about. You legitimately were trying to convince that star girl to like Based Oracle. and
That's
talking
true.
him
That
up
was
and
my
blah,
fault,
blah,
Based.
blah.
I apologize.
And then
for
Well,
that.
yeah, sometimes I like it when people share ideas.
Shut
I
up,
think they should
Fi.
get together
Stop
and be
talking,
friends.
Fi.
That's
Shut
true.
up.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I was
I
saying,
mean-
like, Andrew will listen to Dave Smith, but he won't listen to me. So I encourage
Dave
that
Smith.
discussion.
Dave Smith's not running around going on channels where people are saying I'm PDF file adjacent. That's
Did I
you,
say
buddy.
that? Did I say
no,
that?
you're on those channels, and you're definitely stoking the
I'm on
flames. You're
YouTube
stoking the
channels.
fires
Damn it.
to try to get
Quit trying to
people
beat around the bush.
stirred up and upset. But anybody who would make such an allegation against Glenn Lawrence,
So much
why would you
sneezing.
even waste your time with him anyway?
So, Glenn, are we not allowed to be on channels where people say bad things? Is that what I'm hearing?
Uh-oh.
Well, I already said before, like anybody that's going to be aligning with somebody that's going to be spewing that rhetoric, that that's where I draw the line. I don't have nothing to do with them.
Like what kind of rhetoric? Like fresh and fit rhetoric?
No,
or
like the rhetoric that
whatever
basically
rhetoric?
saying that the lies that he's spewing
that
about
rhetoric.
me, and the other nonsense. That I already said that. That's why. That's why I even messaged that to Ashley. And not Ashley.
I know, and I
Sarah.
tried to get Ashley to talk to him, but she won't talk to him either. I even got her on Sarah's
Shut
channel to talk
up.
to him.
I literally messaged him for weeks and talked to his moderator, and he claims he didn't read my messages, then goes around and screen shares them. He says he's
Again,
not
we're-
interested,
this-
then goes on and makes like hours-long shit-talking streams, making all these crazy allegations. Last night, he said that Glenn and I called him an actual PDF file. We never did that. I clipped it, Glenn. Like, literally, this is bullshit, Hi-Fi. You're so full of shit.
Okay, well, I promised Glenn I wouldn't mention a certain person, so I'm not going to
That's
talk
true.
about him anymore.
I'll
So
tell you
if
about
anyone
that.
has a beef with someone else on another channel, I suggest you go to him and fight him.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah. And if anybody has
he raged.
if anybody has the most bad faith,
quit his own Discord last night. So yeah.
If anybody has the most bad faith analysis of what's actually going on, then I guess we can just go with that. We'll go with your bad faith analysis.
No,
we'll just
got
do that.
him.
Because what's actually happening is we're saying you can't go on channels where people disagree with you. Not saying that it's pretty duplicitous to come on and congratulate a guy, while at the same time stirring up shit on other channels where people are calling that same guy a PDF file. I'm just saying it doesn't seem that consistent to me.
Video and see if I stirred up shit, Glenn.
You should go back. You should go back and watch what happened with Jay's Project Geopod.
I haven't watched a bunch of channels that you're on, so I don't know what you're saying on channels that I don't frequent.
I'm talking about this channel, Glenn. Did I stir up shit on this channel, Glenn? Did I come in here?
I only do it not to your face, Glenn. I only do it not to your face.
I only hear one person stirring up shit on this panel, Glenn. Is it me?
Oh no, most certainly I'm pointing out that you have a duplicitous nature. That's why I don't like you.
Thank you, sir. I do try.
Yeah.
I've learned from Weirdo John, the master. He taught me well.
All right, well, I'm gonna get back to our regular conversation. But I do appreciate your kind.
Or what are we talking about?
I appreciate your kind
it's almost
words and your congratulations.
All right, that's all I wanted to. Like I said, I couldn't do it from chat, so please allow my chat to be turned back on, and maybe Grid One and Project Veopod will turn my chat back on as well, since I'm not allowed to talk there either for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's some common element that you all share. I don't know, but anyways,
the common element is Hi-Fi.
The common element is you, dummy. You're the common element.
Oh, they're all banning me because of me. It's not someone else.
Yes, they're all banning you because of you, stupid. Yeah, it's not me.
Oh,
are you saying that they're banning you because of me? Is that what you're saying? Not because of you?
Okay, now did you catch what just happened there?
I caught a lot of things happening. What are you referring to?
I'll tell you the end and the beginning real quick, and now you got all the middle part. Okay, so Glenn just kicked me off a panel for pointing out that it's Andrew that's the ringleader of all this bullshit. And then in mid-sentence, while Andrew was lecturing me for not censoring people or telling people how to run their channels. I thought that was pretty fucking funny. Anyways, earlier you heard me say, I promised Glenn I would not say someone's name. Glenn made me promise not to mention you in order for him to allow me to come on his panel.
Bro.
So I said okay.
Don't say his name, please. Don't say his name.
And don't even like appear with the seashell because Andrew will have a meltdown. So anyways,
Wow.
I just thought you'd get a kick out of all this. Anyways, we could just do like a whole fun stream on this, but I just wanted to pitch some memes at you because you're aware of Friday's debate is upcoming, and I think you and I both know someone is probably not going to show up to that debate. So I suggest you use that quality time to reflect on all the good times we've had with Mr. Wilson and all his occult and Kool-Aid drinkers, and maybe we can come up with some memes to roast glorious leader in all of his wonder. Starting with little golden nuggets like this. I mean, you remember how we were always talking about how clearly Andrew Wilson's fucking up the entire panel verse with his evil retardedness, and we all know it, but you know, some of us are drinking the Kool-Aid a little too hard and can't realize they are part of the problem. And so I think I already called out most of the big names, but there's probably, you know, hundreds more that I'm not even aware of, but you already know who they are. So there's some things we can talk about, you know, on our roast of glorious leader on the debate day, since he won't come here to debate. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay, so scoop up all your dank memes, just like this little golden nugget. See, again, I'm just like giving you this stuff on a silver platter, so do with it what you will. By the way, do you want to go back and share your thoughts on bits and pieces, or?
Yeah. My first thought is I don't like the way that you like to play it through and then go back and go over all of it, but it's your platform, so I respect it. With that said, here's some notes that I took.
Okay.
So looking at timestamps. No, I have no idea about timestamps.
Oh, you're just going to tell me your notes. I won't play it. I'll just let you talk. Go ahead.
Yeah. So mentioning duplicitous quite a bit.
Me.
And I look at quite a bit of what they said. I mean, there's plenty of little phrases here that would all apply to the main theme, reality, which is they're fucking gaslighters. I mean, literally, that is part of the power tactic that they utilize. I'm going to say what I'm doing about you before you say it about me, which would actually be the reality of the situation. So the duplicitous nature, I mean, it's just funny to hear him say this shit, is the basis of his grift that we were going to debate over, right? I mean,
no spoilers. Don't spoil the debate. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, no, I got you. But assuming it doesn't happen, because we don't think it'll happen, I'm not giving anything away, but assuming it doesn't happen, it's interesting that he couldn't answer any of my points towards his duplicitous nature, including the idea of, well, I'm here to, or we're here, meaning the Crucible and supporters are here to fight back degeneracy, yet he is actively promoting it. Now, one could call into question, he could have called into question, well, am I promoting it more than I'm promoting good things, such as, if we want to consider Orthodoxy Christianity a good thing, or the idea that Brian of whatever is now converting because of him. I'm saying the idea because there is absolutely no proof to it. I mean, there may be proof, but he has presented no proof other than saying, oh, Brian said he's going to convert. Yeah, anyone can say anything, and most people are fucking liars. So I'm not too, I don't take it as proof. Oh, well, if he said he's going to, then it must be true. Meanwhile, going on there to, I mean, in terms, bash women, which I get it, you can go at the angle of shame, but when does that shame turn evil? When is the intent of the shame go from, I want to help these young women, or I want to help young women or young men or both who are watching, into, I'm enjoying roasting nonstop, abortions, let's say, for one, right? That was an easy one, an example, when Daisy had come on during Mother's Day or whatever, and the whole chat, all the comments flooding in, one after another, oh, happy you killed your baby day, etc. Now, yes, I do think abortion is wrong. He apparently thinks abortion is wrong. With that said, I don't know that making comedy out of it for what seemed like quite a while. I mean, I didn't watch a whole lot of the show, but it was, I don't know. It seemed like thousands of dollars worth of super chats. Probably the whole 20-ish minutes that I watched of it happened to all be that. To me, that doesn't seem like something that someone who's trying to promote Christianity would want to do. And it seems that the pushback I've gotten about it is, well, you're not a Christian, so you cannot speak on it, which I don't think is a valid point. I think that we can speak on many things. There's lots of people, including Andrew, to my knowledge, that has spoken on many different religions and is not a member of those religions, according to him. So again, this would be leaning more into the duplicitous nature, as well as another big example to me is going on Fresh and Fit. And I know I've said this a million times, but there's been no answer from him, not that I've seen or heard, certainly not directly to me, about you encouraging, you asking your audience to send money their way. And we know that we vote with our time, our attention, our money. And he's already bringing time and attention of his follower base to Fresh and Fit. And now he's saying, well, send your money as well. So essentially, on one hand, he's saying, oh, yeah, no, I don't stand for a lot of what their prescriptions, as he puts it. Yet, I think that we align because we both know that the degens are the progressive liberals. As if those are the only degens in the world. Those are the only, that's the binary bad. And don't get me wrong, I'm no fan of what I understand of progressive liberalism. I mean, I'm not a supporter, but nonetheless, that's, the us versus them that I think is just further dividing on the political spectrum. Whereas I look at this as all an issue of the human heart and not of politics. And we don't need to dig deep into that. I know you and I have gotten into the political spectrum quite a bit until you quit after Dave Smith and then you re-entered and whatever.
Oh, no, the funeral's coming up. You can join that panel if you want, but I've already told everyone, people on my contact list, that's coming up. I reached my final straw today. You can watch that one when it comes up. It'll be soon. I'm my blood pressure is going back down, so that will come soon. But I agree with your point. There are evil retards on the faux right wing as well. It's not just the left progressive degenerates that are evil and retarded. There's also faux right wing evil retards as well. I agree.
Yeah. The next point is for the whole PDF adjacent thing. Right now, when I just said that, I believe that's the first time I've ever used that phrase, PDF adjacent. So you can clip it now, Andrew, because apparently you watch us. I don't know why, right? You so big and way above us. I don't know why the fuck you watching us. But apparently you need to for some reason. In fact, you watching us more than Glenn, apparently. That's very interesting.
Neat.
Anyways, with that, never called Glenn PDF adjacent, but I suppose that was a placeholder for what I did describe, which was reality, not the lies or me lying about Glenn, as Andrew put it. I've not heard any pushback points other than, this is Glenn. Well, I didn't read that whole thread that you had sent me of Zerka's before I responded. But here's the thing. I put up all of the messaging, or
I saw it. You
thread,
don't have to remind me. I saw
it. And before the end point is when he said I would be open to being friends with Zerka. Before that, I had mentioned pedo. I had used that word, right? Or you could use whatever word you want, but that's the word I had used describing what was in the thread, very vaguely, but nonetheless. Yep. So that would be a very odd thing to respond to, even if he didn't read the thread, which would be fucking retarded. But at this point, I'm certainly open to the idea that Glenn is fucking retarded. But why would I say that word and then your response is, well, I would be open to being friends with him? So am I calling him something, or is he just displaying the actions that I'm thereafter describing?
Base, please let him have his cake and eat it. Quit being an asshole.
I know. What am I again? I'm
duplicitous.
lying. Right, I'm duplicitous.
No, that was
and,
me. He was calling me duplicitous 20 times in that panel.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was, but I think he was describing both of us talking about having watched you and I on panel and talking about
We're
this
twins,
stuff.
by the way. We think the exact same things and always agree. Just FYI.
Well, yeah, according to him.
So if he insults you, he's insulting me, and vice versa. So just remember that.
So going on to the next point here. Ambush against Jake from VO. So that's an interesting one. I knew that Jake was coming on, like 2 minutes before he popped on? Whereas apparently Jake knew he was coming on a lot, much longer before that, because you and him had talked before, right? It was supposed to be a surprise or whatever.
Yep.
So I think that's a very strange way to frame it, that Jake was ambushed, having more information or more time and information of coming on before I did, and being privy to actually being able to watch the stream before he hopped on. I had no idea he was hopping on until I think, I could be off, but I think it was about 2 minutes before that you said it's Jake, and then he hopped on.
Yep.
So, ambush. If that's an ambush, Andrew,
dude, you're explaining it to crayon eater, so you can draw.
I thought I was the crayon eater.
No,
they must be the glue sniffers. If I'm the crayon eater.
That's why I don't like the word retard anymore. It describes so many people, so we got to come up with a new word. Let's call them.
It's pretty much everyone.
Let's call them the Wilsons. And so, anyways, yeah, there was no ambush. The irony was he was accusing Jake of being ambushed right after y'all were talking about how Jake ambushed you with Glenn and stuff. So I was like, this is funny. It's funny how you could just like see the world however you want to,
gaslighting,
despite facts or reality or anything.
No, that's a perfect example that you bring up. I mean, I got totally ambushed, and granted, I knew I would be ambushed.
You even called it, so it's not an ambush if you call it.
Right. Then it negates the ambush if you know that it's going to happen. Like that's not a thing, but nonetheless, this is more to the gaslighting.
Yep.
And look, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
We know what they're doing, and they know that we know what they're doing. However, their audience, a lot of their audience is retarded, which makes sense. Why else would you be, watching Papa Glenn talk out of both sides of his mouth and saying, this the pastor, he's going to help restore Christianity or whatever the case, and meanwhile, just go behind the paywall if you want to see degen shit with him.
Is it Papa Glenn though, when Papa Wilson tells his little bitch Glenn what to do? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's
to his followers, he's Brother Glenn, Papa Glenn, whatever. Everyone out here looking for a daddy. Glenn's followers, to him or to them, he's daddy. To Andrew, right? Or to Glenn, Andrew is daddy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much how it goes. Next thing, and this is very minor, but it just was strange. Whoever threw out there, maybe it was Ashley or I don't know, but trying to convince Star to like Based. Like, what the fuck?
That was Ashley. She was getting jealous because Star saw you first, and she wanted to get in, good graces with you, but Star was in the way. So that was my fault because I matched y'all too quick. But anyways, maybe I can set up a 3-way with you and Ashley and Star, and you can do like your Survivor Island or whatever.
I'm good. I mean, I appreciate ish, but I'm good.
Okay. Anyways, so I think there's lots of golden nuggets to dig. I mean, dude, this is only like 10 minutes. Can you imagine if we could have got him to talk for like another hour or something? Holy shit, we could just make a year-long YouTube channel off of just that. But anyways,
so question for you.
What's up?
Was Andrew drunk, do you think, or was he drinking?
I always assume that. I'm wondering if he's ever sober or not chain smoking constantly whenever he's talking. So I don't know. Your guess is good as mine, bro.
Well, I notice when he's drinking, he talks slower. He starts to slur. I mean, things like that. He's not as sharp as he is when he's not drinking. That's what it seems to me.
I did notice a whole lot of seething in this particular episode, and the reason why I want to bring that up is because I don't know if you've followed Andrew's work much or not, but if you go back to some of his previous panels, you'll notice that he is very angry at people who seethe, for example. He's talking about you, by the way, BL. I don't know if you noticed that. But anyways, he was saying, like,
I just don't get it. There's certain YouTubers out there that just seethe all the time, and I can't say that in all my years of experience, I've never seen anyone have a successful channel who, if all they do is just sit there and seethe all the time about other people and shit. I mean, like, bro, what's your problem?
Yeah. I mean,
So,
more gaslighting. This is Andrew trying to convince the onlookers or the people on panel with him that you're doing what he's actually doing.
That's what I love. I love it, dude. I'm so glad you stole my mirror technique, because I was hoping to tell you that the master art form of that, but you figured it out on your own because you're so smart, so you don't need my help. So
Look
good
at
job.
that.
Good job,
Don't
lad.
need nobody's help. Stand on my own. Look at that.
So, anyways, I knew I kind of liked you a long time ago, but you've convinced me, bro. You're now an honorary member of Conservataria, so welcome.
Look at that. Where's my property? where? How much land do I have?
You got to go claim it. I can't hold
your
hand.
I'm ready.
Anyways, do you want to do an open panel, or you already burned out and want to go to sleep or something?
Yeah, if you want to open it up, that's more than fine.
Well,
and the reason I'm saying that in particular is I know that you and I, or probably mostly me, just gave a whole bunch of critiques. So if somebody wants to push back on it or whatever the case, Andrew apparently listening, you're more than welcome to hop on and disprove or make your counter claims, whatever you'd like to do.
Okay, all 6 viewers, here's your chance to...
Well, it's 4, and then there's Glenn and Andrew.
Right. But I'll go ahead and put the link up for a little while, see if anyone's just dying to get on panel, because there's always a couple. You know how it goes. Let me make sure. Let me pin it just so it's magical. Magic. Okay, I've already been porn bombed once, so I'm going to be extra slow letting anyone on panel. But there it is. So, anyways, to wrap up, where's my present? Is that gone? Oh, I don't need it anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I do want you to save some of the dank memes for the upcoming debate. Based, because you jumped the gun a little bit there, bro. The debate has not happened yet, so you can't claim victory until someone calls themselves Based Oracle jumped up, and I'm not buying it for a second.
No. I shared that. It's a screen share.
Oh shit! I thought that was someone trying to get. I was like, nice try. He's already on panel. But anyway.
No. It's in case anyone needs context. They want to know who. Big Papa Fruitcake.
Hey, now go easy on pudgy dad bods, because you might be making fun of your buddy Fi as well, because I'm not in the greatest of shapes either. So
good. You should be shamed as well. We should all be shamed.
But bro, come on.
But bro, look. Here's the thing. I'm not even roasting him right now. He's roasting him.
That's true.
Look at him. I don't have to say anything.
But anyways, we do actually have some similarities. He's an engineer and I'm an engineer, so we're math nerds. So you got to give us a little room to enter these human conversations. But
I didn't know you both were. So
yeah. He's a mechanical, I'm a civil, but we're both math nerds. So he did roast that one butthurt atheist, which I want to like Andrew, but he won't allow me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, give me something to work with here. But he just at every turn tries to nuke himself, and so that's why I'm like, you are your own worst enemy, mister.
Yeah, anyways, I agree. You said that. Well, did Glenn just ban you altogether, or
I don't know. I think after he kicked me off a panel, it's pretty clear that he's not gonna be welcoming me back anytime soon. Plus, I was already shadow banned from his chat anyway. So what does that tell you?
Don't be a Pharisee, bro.
Ooh, King Tut, you scary. But anyways, even if he does let me back onto his panels or whatever, if you're shadow banned from someone, is that good faith, really? I mean, are you really wanting to have a conversation about stuff, or
no? They don't want pushback. They want echo chambers.
I think they just want someone to roast every once in a while. I think that's why they let you on, so they can just dogpile on you and be like, ha, we got him, yeah, bro. Weirdo John's yeah, you said something. it's your fault. And
well,
so
yeah, I do agree with you. But I don't think it worked out very well having just saw yours, nor with mine on Glenn's stream, a month ago or whenever that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I think there was a little bit of backfire, and maybe they figured you'd be a little easier than me, but it didn't seem to work out very well for them in your case either. Other than, they power played you, they just kicked you off, and that was that.
While we're waiting, let me go ahead and pretend like I care about chat, even though that's like the least thing I've ever noticed in life. But okay, so starting off with Yeti Life. Hey, how's it going, bro? One of my favorite YouTubers. She is my one viewer. That's true. This is actually truth. So for those who don't know, Sarah is my one viewer, and so please do not steal her away from me because she's very important to me. She's at the ER, so I hope you're okay. Oh, Joe Cool. Joe Cool's coming up. Hold on, let me look at him. Do you want to be on camera or not? It doesn't matter to me, bro.
Don't matter to me either.
There you go.
You can't see shit anyway.
I'll take you however you come, man. You're always cool in my book. Let me finish reading chat, Joe, and then I'll get to you. Logical Spark. Hi, everyone. Some retard named Beast Oracle. I don't know. Fuck him. Let's see here.
He's a backbiter.
he's a duplicitous backbiter. So
he bites the most back ever. What up, Joe?
There's Joe Cool who's on panel now. Here's another honorary member of Conservataria. So you've already passed the test, Joe. You're cool.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
You're in Conservataria, motherfucker. You're in the country right now. I'm the emperor.
Okay.
Know where you're at. Brandon Looney Tunes, we've talked before. You're not going to make it up to panel on this one, bro. I'll save another day for you, but don't get mad at me. It's just not a good time, bro. All of our favorite drama whores, Mr. Bro State himself stopped by. Thanks, Bro State. Appreciate it. What's up, Cynthia? Is Mindful Exposures someone else? I can't remember. That name sounds familiar.
It's Sarah, ain't it? I think. I don't know. That might be Mindfuck.
I thought Sarah Shamel or whatever was like Mindfucked or something. Is that the same one? I can't remember. Well, either one. Hello. And she said something about Bass looks like Jared Kiso from Letterkenny. I don't know that one.
Yeah,
I don't know
actually,
what that is.
Google the dude. He looks nothing like Bass. He just got a beard. He looks nothing like Bass.
Joe said no go. So sorry, Mindful. Try again next time. Okay, so there's my chat. Anyways, oh shit, am I showing my chat? What the fuck is on the back screen here?
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. You're doing like infinite mirrors.
Oh shit, yeah. I thought it was still that that other thing, but yeah, we'll just kill that for now. I was just trying to fuck up everybody who was watching.
Yeah, that was very duplicitous of you, bro.
Very duplicitous.
And backbiting.
I was
backbiterish.
Biting those backs and causing trouble. I'm always talking shit, Joe. What's wrong with me? Do I need help? Can you help me out?
I doubt it. I get kicked off as many panels as you do, bro.
Sorry, bro. I had to steal the title. You were getting greedy with that. So.
Are we like the three troublemakers, right? Getting kicked off and banned and shit talked. See, I don't really see anyone talking shit about Joe, though.
Oh, no. They know better. Joe will fuck you up.
Probably because I'm mean as fuck, bro.
He'll break out of jail and smoke your ass. So, you don't want to fuck with this dude.
I think it's though because we don't do that. You're supposed to side with the guy whose room it is, or the guy on panel next to you, and we don't have that in us. I think that's the issue.
Right.
We're all self-made men. That's our problem.
Yeah, being true to our own beliefs and thoughts rather than being sheep about.
I like that.
Well, so and so thinks this, so now I think that too. And it's like, man, that's crazy. So I think I shared this with iFi. I don't think I told you, Joe, but you might find it funny. So I was watching a particular stream a while back that was reviewing one of Glenn's videos that was on with Zerk at the time and PWF. It was called like Red Pill something or another. So anyways, this dude is reviewing it, and he's pretty much ragging on everyone on panel and calling out all of Zerka's power games because that's pretty much what he does. That's who he is. And when he came to Glenn to give Glenn critique, he says, I don't know if Glenn Lawrence has ever had an original thought. It seems like he just regurgitates things that people around him do that he, wants to align with. And I thought that was very interesting because I don't talk to this person. I don't know them. They're not in our space. But I just thought it was interesting because that's something that I was saying.
Similarly, yeah.
Right, yeah.
I get it. I don't know enough. Go along to get along. That's what my buddy calls it. I was gonna make a comment. I wasn't gonna comment on you guys, you, Glenn, and Drew shit. But one popped in my head. A lot of that, the way they jumped on I-Fi, that was fear. The way they wouldn't let I-Fi talk or shout him down. I read that as fear-based. Yeah, when you start getting all emotional.
That's why they need to go visit Talcott and learn to live without fear. See, they haven't seen the light yet.
No, see.
No, I think that's a very good point that you bring up, Joe. And although it may sound overly basic to some people, it's actually a very good point. Because many people, and I'm not saying I've never done this, I have certainly done it, we've all done it, but the idea of making decisions in fear or doing things out of fear, speaking out of fear, it doesn't generally go well in the long term. It might work for the short term, right, in some sense, but in the long term, I think that it really just fucks you.
Hey, Bass, I got a good one. What do you think about this? A lot of that fear is wrapped up in the audience. I think they would talk regular if it was just you and him face to face, or you and that person on a back panel or something. But when there's an audience involved, people are afraid of their words and how they might look. I think that plays into it. The reason, if there's not a crowd, maybe he lets I-Fi talk and hears his ideas and they hear him out. But they can't afford to let other people hear what I-Fi is saying about him, his opinion, or Dennison has strong opinions about everybody. So
Joe, I'm glad you brought that up because that was one of the things I noticed and I wanted to address. So back when all of this shit was happening, I found it very strange that even though I never took anyone's side at any point, I never said like I agree with Bass, Glenn is wrong, or I agree with Glenn, Bass is wrong. I just went to each one of them. I said, tell me your side of the story, and then I'll see if I can, translate this or whatever. And so during that process, I was automatically being shunned and banned by all of the cult members and their Kool-Aid drinkers because
you didn't choose sides.
I went over to Grid One's panel, who I've been on with before. I've been on Grid One's panel before. I've never said anything to insult him or, trash talk him or anything like that. And he wouldn't even allow me to comment in the chat.
Wow.
And he was so mad that when he found out that he couldn't block me because he was restreaming to Jake's stream. Jake Viopod stream, and that's where I was commenting from. So then Grid One made Jake block me from his stream. This is how fucking
unbelievably gay, by the way.
Complete meltdown.
As gay as it gets.
I'm like, what the fuck? And so I was like, I can understand why Glenn doesn't want the heat. I don't blame him for kicking me off that last panel. I understand exactly why he just didn't want that much heat on his channel right at that time. So I think kicking me was a bit bitch like, but again, I think we could all agree that there's a time and place to fight your battles. So I'll excuse him for that one. But anyways, the fact that I was still blocked, I couldn't even chat with him. That's why I had to come on panel because he won't let me type in his chat. And so again, it just sounds like complete whiny bitches to me, Joe. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't.
well, Joe brought up a very valid point, and I want to put something out to both of you. So think about this: if the truth will set you free, right? If the truth sets you free, which I do accept that premise,
I do.
Then a lie will keep you enslaved.
will enslave you stands to reason. Yeah.
Right. And I think that, the lies, the sort of self-enslavement that is perpetrated a lot within the space, which I call out and then, oh, you the moral police, this type of shit. But anyways, I think that it is rooted in fear. And to your point, the perception that is put out to their audience, and thereby that perception affects not only their money, but what they consider to be their social status.
Which is the reason for the fear. They see around the corner. They see when me and you or iFight starts asking questions, not them per se, anyone.
Right.
They see what comes exposure, or they have to, that truth that they're not so confident in, they might have to defend it. And it makes them nervous, and it makes them, do the ad hom and cut you off and talk over you or whatever, or boot you as the case may be.
Right.
Oh, also, I have another thought about confirmation bias. So another thing I noticed that they brought up a lot is that they kept complaining about how much quality time I spend on Based Oracle's channel. And so I found it interesting because these are the same assholes who block and censor and ban me from their channels. And then they can't figure out why I don't spend more time sucking their dicks and kissing their rings and bending the knee. Since the last time I checked, Based Oracle hasn't blocked or censored me in a while, so maybe that's why.
What do you mean a while? When did I ever block or censor
you? Do you remember the last time you said I get closing statement and then you cut me off and you didn't give me a closing statement?
On
my own stream. You mean I ended stream?
On my own stream, Based.
I remember that.
Wait.
Joe remembers.
On your own.
That's how he does it.
It was called Simplify. It was about some military retards, and it was
we
my
were
idea.
2 hours in. That's a lot different than 10 minutes, sci-fi. What the fuck?
Yes, it wasn't personal. I've seen you a bunch. I'm
just fucking with you, Basis.
No, I got you.
I've never heard you say shit that would get you banned or blocked or anything like that. Oh, nothing more. Well, I haven't, is what I'm saying. I ain't heard you. People call your name and you give it back to them. I haven't seen you just say shit where I thought, oh, they should ban that motherfucker. I've never seen you close to that.
Well, I know why, Joe's, because you have a spine and balls. That's why you haven't found anything offensive in anything I say. But unfortunately, all these vaginas I keep running into, you got a lot of sand in them, and they're having their period, and they're jealous because I stole their boyfriend and shit. It's just like it's a lot of second grade girly shit that we shouldn't have to be dealing with, but.
It's kind of like YouTube, right? Motherfuckers be telling me about their fucking arguments with people. I've been around long enough to know you niggas will be friends in 6 months, then enemies in 6 months, and friends in 6 months. I'm not gonna entertain you with that bullshit.
Joe, I saw you over on Flow State channel. What you doing, man?
He's a PDF supporter, Joe. You know what he did?
He's talking shit about Fi, and here you are on my channel trying to play both sides.
That's how I get booted, man, because I'll give a nigga the truth. I'll be like, hey, man, I'll do what the fuck I want to do. I go where the fuck I want to go. That's to get my ass booted, bro.
So yeah, there's probably a lot of homosexuality going on as well, Base. But
we couldn't have found 2 white people. We couldn't have found 2 white people. I gotta send my brother up there, kid.
We gotta be progressive, Joe.
That's where Andrew said to send your money. He said send it to Myron Gaines.
By the way, Base, did you hear when I dropped Fresh and Fit during that panel? That was just for you, bro.
No. What'd you say? Oh, well, actually, I did hear it. What was the context?
They were accusing me of like being, spreading questionable ideas, and I said like Fresh and Fit, and they didn't catch it. But anyways, I got a good chuckle out of it. We can go back and watch it later. But anyways,
that's Myron from Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. Anyway, that was one of the main things Base was complaining about. Andrew, going on them channels and like encouraging that behavior and shit. It's just little inside jokes every once in a while. I'll drop them very subtly just to see if anyone's listening. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean creating in part, right? Because again, send your money. This was not the debate that it was said it was going to be. It was more like a light conversation. The way I looked at it. It went from Fresh and Fit, like, oh, you should get 50 bodies, right? You should bang 50 women before you get married, young men. It went from that to like, well, we can kind of compromise. Like, what do you say, 25? And I'm not saying it was exactly that. That is not a verbatim quote, but that's what it seemed to be, this conversation. And then it turned into the dangling carrot to his audience. Well, you know, I had to be nice to him this time, but next time we'll get more into it, that type of thing. So it's promises of rewards in the future, which will never come.
Yeah, watching the audience, keeping the audience happy.
Right, because they were wondering the same things that I was wondering from the beginning. The difference is I already saw the grift before this. I started to see the incongruency between his messaging and, you know, in fact, he fell back on, whoa, I'm just an entertainer, bruh. I didn't mean any of that shit.
I remember that shit peaks with me. I can remember, what is that guy? O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly, I think, said that shit about 20, 30 years ago, and it stuck with me. He pretended to be a news guy and went cornered. He said, I'm just an entertainer. And I remember that. So when you said that about Andrew, it stuck with me. I still haven't found the time, and maybe I'm probably not if I ain't did it this time, to really watch dude. But I think your argument is that him and Fresh and Fit or Glenn or whoever else along that whole vein tells you to catch a lot of bodies, fuck a lot of chicks. No one would advise their daughter like that. No one wants to marry the chick who's got 50 bodies or shit like that.
Right.
I
agree.
I'm asking, is that pretty much an argument with those guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly one of the cruxes of the argument for where the grift is coming from. The idea that you're promoting this on one hand, but on the other hand, the other side of your mouth, you're saying, oh, we should be virtuous and we need women to have good morals and not throw their pussy around. And yet here you are incentivizing it in the fashion that I just directed, right? So have your audience send them money, support them monetarily, go on the show, do what everyone else on the show does, you know, bash the 18-year-old women, etc., which is really just adding to the division. It's probably not doing what they're claiming it's doing, and I'm saying probably because I can't prove this. But do you think that these, you know, 18, 19-year-old women who are coming on there promiscuous, and then Andrew, you know, verbally, you know, leaves them in a bloodbath type deal, that they're like, oh, I should change my ways? Or do you think they're like, oh, I'm going to be more of a whore just to spite that fuckhead?
I think it's got to be a little of both. You can't use one tool, can't always be a hammer. I'd be more comfortable if I saw them doing both sides. You guys, I'm on my block, but I grabbed the wrong fucking bottle of weed. This motherfucker's empty. So I'm totally about to go home and get some more weed. So
all right.
I'll hop back on. If you guys still up 5 or 2 minutes, I'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be around.
All right.
All right, so this picture sums it up, bro. Like I said, you know, he's only good at that shit. That's all he's good at. And so he's not good at debating, he's not good at leading, he's not even good at like the most bare minimum standards of, like, you know, decent Christian or anything like that. And so obviously a grifter, and sure, all YouTubers kind of fall into the trap. I mean, you know, everybody's going to make money on the side and kind of, you know, pitch their message accidentally once in a while they're grifting. But I think you're right. Before, I was not convinced that he's like that deep into it, but as time has gone by, I think I am more convinced now. So I will wait until the debate, because I am a fair judge. I don't prejudge anything. So after the debate is over, he is able to make the case for his own defense. You know, I'm not going to speak for him, but you've convinced me at this point, BO. So feel free to use that debate stream for a roast the obvious fraud and grifter that has completely fucked up the panelverse. Because what the fuck does he have to do with all of these other people's streams? You know, I mean, I understand why they kind of like hero worship him, you know, because he's like this alpha Chad Christian that goes around talking shit about, you know, lefty progressives and shit. But does he spend more time doing that or sit around fucking up all of our right-wing chats and stuff like that? It's like, dude, we are the good guys, retard. You're supposed to be like shilling for us, fucktard. But, you know, he's just again, too many crayons, man.
Think about this: encouraging. I mean, in good faith pushback that would necessarily make his argument better. If he's in good faith.
I think Jeff is getting the courage to come up, so we'll see if he can offer some words of advice for us. But why do you have to wait till Joe leaves? Joe's a pussycat, man. He's not going to hurt anybody. Or are you afraid of Bass too? Are you angry at Gen X Jeff because
no.
He's a nice guy. Come on up, Gen X Jeff. I'm sure there's something I missed that you will remind me about, so feel free to share it with me.
Yeah, Gen X, come up.
Oh, speaking of speakeasy, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, dude. Like, how many of the panelverse have gotten fucked up because of this one asshole in the middle? Like, just how many channels have gone down now? And like, when you take Grid One Sports down and Jake Viopod down with you, now like there's people that I kind of like that I'll never get to talk to, like Kat, for example. Have you met Kat yet?
Yeah, no, Kat seemed pretty decent. I also thought, I wonder why she does so much. I mean, seemingly I don't see her that much, but with Grid One, pretty much anytime I've seen her, she's been on his stream.
Yeah,
seemed like a regular. I don't know.
Do you see how you'll never be able to talk to her now?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she'll make her own decision, or maybe she's not that based and she's right where she belongs. I don't know. I don't know her like that.
I'm just saying, I don't want to drag her into this, but what I'm saying is I already get the feeling I won't be able to talk to her because all the panels she's on, I'm banned from. So it's like, when can we ever talk now? So it's like, that's a bummer.
Well, I think you could try going on hers. I don't know if that would work. I don't know if she has like an open link, but chances are if she's following their lead and their lead is to lead by demand, then she will not let you up.
I bet I get a feeling if I ever appeared on one of her panels, she'll get yelled at the next day for allowing such trash on her panel, if you know what I mean. So that's probably...
Yeah. If you get up, it'll be the first and last time. Probably.
Yeah, they'll give her a good long lecture. Remember when Sarah had to go and ask for penance and forgiveness for appearing on a panel with you? And so she had to go to Grid One Sports and bend the knee and kiss his ring, as a mea culpa for the heresy she committed.
I didn't see it.
So yeah. That was the one I was trying to comment on, and I think that was the one that I got banned on because I said like they lived happily ever after or something like that. I think that was what I got banned for. But anyways, during all this stuff happening, I'm sure you remember it was like right after one of her streams where she was talking about like burning bridges or something like that, or trying to. The Mean Girls one, I think it was between the Mean Girls one and something else. And so, anyways, it goes everywhere. There's nowhere you can go now. I bet they're already like, in a room brainwashing flow state as we speak. They're like, you're not allowed to talk to Bass Oracle anymore. And, so he's like, I'm sorry, please don't take away my super chats. But anyways, Based. Quit trying to poke the bear. Poking the bear, bro.
Because they end up watching this shit and they're like, they don't even want to put it up on theirs to review it because of the memes.
I know. But anyways,
mean memes. They're so mean.
I've already got channels named like Hurt My Poor Fee Wings and stuff like that. So I think they got the point. They understood my take on this whole exchange, but. Anyways, like I said, I'm pretty much done with the drama. So after the debate on Friday, and we just have a good long roast, everybody can bring all their favorite memes of all the bullshit this person has caused. And so I've already given most people all the ammunition they need. So if you need more, I'll try to dig up some more for you. But I've already told you all the things. Like I said, Grid One, Glenn, Jake Viopod, Speakeasy, just all of our favorite people. And so the Energizer's coming. So all you have to do is show little clips where like some seashell shows up and they're like, block that guy, don't even allow him to talk, because they know I'm gonna start shit, apparently, because I work for you, by the way. That was the main introduction to when I was on Glenn's panel. He was like, oh, I thought you were Based Oracle's bitch. We come over here to try and spy on me or something. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I just came over here to talk your shit with you, but you can't even host your own show anymore without someone, supervising. There's our buddy. Hello, Jeff. How's it going, brother?
How are you? Are you okay?
I'm fine, actually. I thought about getting back into the drama, but I think I've finally learned my lesson, Jeff. No more drama for Fi. I'm done.
You seem to be attracting it lately.
That I did, and so I think my work here is done, and so my cape is flapping in the wind, and I will disappear now back into the
yeah.
woods.
But how many times have you said that? Like, you're not.
I might mean it one of these days, Jeff. Don't tempt me.
Yeah, I just don't think this is that day.
So, anyways, my next stream is going to be the final nail in the coffin for libertarianism. So. I've told my audience I'm done arguing for libertarians because it's just not worth my time and effort anymore. And I know you're saying, but Fi, 1/3 of conservataria is the libertarian government. And I know that's my dreamland and my hopes and goals and dreams. But anyways, Dave Smith imploded the whole party. And so him and Angela,
I remember you telling me that, but I don't still don't understand what he did. Something about Trump.
He dropped out of the race. He stopped running for president.
Oh, why?
He said a family emergency, which may be true. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy and be wrong about it. It might have been, him just getting cold feet and being like, I really don't want to do this shit.
Well, it's good that he's getting the benefit of the doubt from you.
Yeah.
Is that enough to, because your person dropped out, that's enough?
It was. Do you remember Ron Paul?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Okay, so you barely even heard of him. The only reason why you barely heard of him is because he was the only person that they would take serious. That was the only person, anyone in the United States.
I didn't take them seriously because
I'm talking about libertarians in the libertarian community. He was the only one anyone took serious. Ever since then, you've had all this, political bullshit, all these Joe Jorgensens and Gary Johnsons, all this shit. Oh, by the way, since Dave Smith didn't win, guess who did win, Jeff? You'll love this.
Donald Trump.
Chase Oliver. And guess what he is? He's a little lefty retard who has pride flags and shit. So you'll vote for him. You'll go vote for Chase Oliver because he's clearly a libertarian.
Is he running around here?
He's running for president of the Libertarian Party. You can go watch it.
So what is your plan now? What's going to rise from these ashes?
Nothing. The Titanic is sunk. Everyone's dead.
So you're just going to stay in your trailer?
And I'm going to hang out in my trailer in the woods, Jeff. It's just a trailer. It's not a bunker. It's not a.
Hey, do you have a? We were wanting to do a panel camping trip for the summer. Do you have land?
I got tons of land.
We could go camp on.
The rates are outrageous. Conservatory.
We'd get the panel rate, I'm sure.
Yeah. Do you have any thoughts and feelings about the whole Andrew panel versus drama?
It seems like I'm missing some background drama on Andrew. So there's two things about one, he's a grifter, which I don't think he's I don't even know what that means anymore.
I used to be skeptical, but Base convinced me.
Well, here's the scale for you, Jeff. The biggest grifters in the world are politicians.
Definitely.
And Andrew's about halfway there.
Yeah, he's
by
on his
grifting,
way.
You mean he has a monetized channel and he gets donations and stuff?
Not at all. Nope.
He
has
deceives
nothing.
for money. He deceives for profit.
What is he deceiving about?
Selling Christianity for clicks and views and super chats.
Well, so he's doing everything that every YouTuber's doing and monetizing it. So that's not grifting to me. We could throw that part out.
That's not
correct.
But
I do think he was a bully with you today. I don't think you deserved what he would.
Just
I think
today?
He escaped. Yeah. Well,
what about
from what I saw, I saw two exchanges with you the last week. One of them, you were noticing all the same logical inconsistencies that I was noticing, and you were attacking all the points of his argument that I was attacking, and he could not answer them. So I think that you won that round, and you really really shone that day.
That means.
And then today he came back, and it looks like he was scapegoating you. That's that social bullshit that happens all the time. He was scapegoating you. Yes, all of that. He was associating you with something that you're not even associated with and accusing you of a bunch of things and tried to scapegoat you for something, and then at the same time accusing you of doing that to him, like going around behind his back and doing that to him when he was sitting there right on the channel today and doing it to you.
Yep. So the thing that bugs me the most about him is how much he has fucked up the panelverse, because there's a lot of good intentioned people out here. Yeah, dude. Jeff, if I went to all of your favorite YouTube channels and told them don't allow Jeff on your channel because he's an asshole, would that make you feel good about our open discussions and free speech
and
stuff?
that would be kind of illiberal too. Is that what he's doing? He's deliberately going to panels and saying don't let on i5?
On screen, Jeff. On screen, he's doing this shit while live before your eyes.
Do you have clips?
We just watched one.
All right, I'll go back and look then.
We just watched one where Glenn kicked me from his panel because I was making Andrew mad. So
see, that's what I'm talking. That's that white i5. That is okay. You and I are closer than you think. That is that white knighting that they do against outsiders.
And meanwhile, I'm banned and censored and blocked from Grid One Sports and from Jake Viopod and probably now Glenn Lawrence.
Well,
and
I've never heard of those people, so you're fine.
Well, you're not missing anything.
Well, Glenn Lawrence, though, why? That's I don't know. I don't know him that well. I just discovered him, but that seems kind of hard.
I think he still is letting me on out of morbid curiosity because he's probably waiting to see like what I'm going to pull out on my sleeve next. But I don't think he wants to be back.
Is it social stuff? Is he like playing to the crowd, like using you as a?
No, I think Glenn's looking at it from like a producer point of view. He's more interested in like the clicks and the networking and like who has more clout.
I thought you're great content. If someone,
I've got one viewer, man. He could get that one viewer and like double his audience. So
it's me. I would watch. I do watch. In fact, that's how I found him, because you restream him sometimes. I didn't even know who he was until then.
Yeah. So I think you'll notice that Based and I don't care how many viewers you have. We're more concerned with what message you have to share with the world, and at least be consistent with it. So, Jeff, you have never been inconsistent ever with me. You have been very consistent with everything you've said. So that's why I respect you, because I don't have to sit there and hope that today you're going to tell me the same as what's that?
Yeah, the antlers.
And the antlers.
They give me gravitas.
But that's what I always liked about Base, because even though I disagree with some of his shit, he's the most consistent YouTuber I've talked to so far.
He's probably autistic too. That's one of our strengths.
They had a debate on my autism recently.
So it doesn't exist.
I don't know a lot about Based. What is your story? What's your background?
First of all, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, my background. You mean in terms of YouTube or?
Yeah, I guess whatever you want to tell me.
I make videos that piss people the fuck off.
On purpose?
Familiar.
Like, no. To piss people off?
Well, yes, I do make videos on purpose, but I do not piss people off necessarily on purpose.
Don't worry about it. Why are you worried about it?
I'm not worried.
He's not. You don't have to come for
this. Is so. Oh my god! I'm so glad we found each other. This is the perfect set of Spurgs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got a little trinity going on here, because none of us
all
give
going
a
through
fuck.
the same shit. There's peer support.
There are actually negative 9,000 fucks in this room right now, so I think we're all at peace and zen. But anyways, so yeah, that's our problem, Jeff. But unfortunately, Based has more of a message, though. He's like all about standards and morals and stuff like that, which is fascinating.
Well, those are not bad. If you could figure out who gets to determine the standards and morals.
He does.
Well, it's not about me determining. It's about food for thought. Like, I think that everyone knows that, let's say, 30-year-old men touching underage, what would be children, is wrong. I don't think that it's really debatable. There's people who will cope
who's saying
about
it's right? Are you talking about the queer theorists, the drag?
No, I'm talking about in particular John Zerka just getting caught with a minor.
He doesn't know who that is.
15 or 6. Well, he's a big YouTuber in the red pill space.
Oh wait, I'm red pill. Why do I know this guy? Oh, yeah, I do kind of.
So anyways, I made a video about how it's bad and wrong. I mean, I think probably plenty of people have. And I was calling out in particular Glenn Lawrence for saying after the fact, not even before the fact, I'd still call him out for this, but after the fact that it came out, He said, yeah, I'd be open to being friends with him. Like, why would that be a good prerequisite?
What's the topic, Cynthia?
And so you made a video about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I did. He said, I got standards.
I mean, that's what we all do. We make content and then people,
people don't like it when it's about them.
Jeff, sometimes people don't like it when you talk shit about them. They only like it when you talk shit about someone else.
And by the way, shit can be facts. Facts apparently is shit.
I don't live my life by what people like or don't like.
So Jeff, some people can't handle guilt very well. Those hot coals burning on their head.
Oh well, I can help with that.
Cause raging, foaming at the mouth responses, and so. But some people are pretty calm about it. They're like, okay, you got to complain about me, bring it to me, we'll talk it out. And those people are called adults, and those people don't exist anymore. So
I'm finding a few. You know, I kind of stay in my little corner of the panelverse, and I'm some of them are finding their way to me.
You're looking in a mirror, bro.
Flo, you belong in the cage too. You think you're looking in from the outside, but this is your monkey cage. Too,
it's funny because this is a panel full of mirrors, and that's what he says about it.
It is.
Thou art the man, bro.
You're in the mirror zone right now.
So what happens when three mirrors point at each other? Now what happens?
Well, I don't know. We're finding out.
So
far, it's a nice. I feel a nice, grounded, balanced energy.
Is this the singularity where like AI becomes smarter than humans,
like
or something?
The Spurgs are united thinking.
By the way, autism's not real, so there you go. There's a nuke in your room.
Well, neurodivergence certainly is.
Is that another word for retarded? Because I already admitted that.
Retarded. I am half retarded.
Most humans are retarded, but that's not a genetic defect.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I'm half not retarded. What do you have to say for yourself?
When you say half, do you mean like 50% or?
I don't know.
Like, did you get that off of?
It was a humanities teacher that diagnosed me, so I don't know how precise she was being.
Oh, but probably pretty good then. Yeah.
She said half. She was probably using it figuratively.
Because she was probably retarded if she was a humanities. Oh, white lady. Oh, that is the devil.
Middle class white lady.
Oh, shit.
So she was using it was.
So Jeff, what do you think about standards? Do you think like people should have them, and would you?
I think they're situational, contextual, like I do everything else. So it depends on what you're looking at. Like some in some situations, standards are very useful. In some situations, they may be superfluous. In some situations, they may actually get in the way. So.
And when do you think standards should be enforced on the company you keep? And that's the really sticky question.
Like you enforcing it yourself by who you associate with?
Yeah, let's say you and I agree on standards, Jeff, and you said, okay, Fi, I respect you for your standards. And then one day you catch me with Based Oracle, and he's totally the opposite of what we just discussed. Would you say, Fi, I thought you had standards. Why are you hanging out with this degenerate? And so... would you
no, because I know everybody has light and shadow, and people are complex, and I'm not like prudish and self-right. That's very like puritanical, and I just don't have that kind of psychology to be that judgy about people.
Okay,
I can like if I don't like what you're doing, like if you're at a crack house shooting up with Oracle, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I was that trashy, I would just like silently minimize the amount of time I spent around you. But
I hear you. I understand your position. So, okay, panel.
I thought about shooting up crack. I thought about it.
Just say no.
Did you seriously thought about it?
Just say no. So panel.
Stick with the panel verse. Let us be your crack.
Here's the question, panel. We have someone who has no morality, someone who has a sense of morality, and someone who does have morality. So now how do we solve that problem?
What's the problem?
Standards and enforcing them.
As long as all three of those abide by the laws of society that they exist under,
what are the
we don't
laws
have a problem.
of society?
It doesn't matter what like genotype they are underneath. As long as
where are these laws of society?
What if you're black, Jeff, and the laws are 1820 America?
Well, let's ask Mr. Kool.
Speaking of, all I call
and put a shirt on. You know?
Now we got two black men on panel.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear your take, Joe.
I didn't hear what you guys were talking about.
We were talking about standards and morality, and we were trying
where
to
the
figure
laws are. They're in the okay. I can tell you where they are in Washington State. There's the RCWs and there's the WACs.
So
and then in the federal, there's the wherever the laws that Congress make goes, and then there's the Constitution. So you can go see the laws for yourself. You can pull them up online. That's where they are.
Well, yeah, but let's back up.
So you guys talking about laws and morals? Those are two
morals.
No, he specifically asked laws. Okay. Because I said the laws of society that they live under. He says, "Where are these laws found?" And I told him where the laws were.
Oh yeah, that's not hard. And most of those are immoral. Yeah. Most of them are your rulers.
Europe, they're moral.
It is my opinion. I can only give my opinion. That's it.
So I've been trying to get this point in. Your premise is based on the idea that somebody has no morals, and I reject that fallacy.
Okay,
everyone has morals. Hold on. Okay. Everyone has morals. It's a matter of whether or not they accept the truth. But I'm a firm believer that everyone knows that it's wrong to, for instance, fuck your neighbor's wife. Everyone knows that's wrong.
Everyone? I don't think morality's that hard. I think kindergartners pretty much have it down.
This is why
I'm with Oracle. Like, I don't know who doesn't know. Like when they're fucking the neighbor's wife, they know that they're doing wrong. That's why they're looking around, sneaking around.
All right, Base. All right, I didn't want to get semantic, but you forced my hand. Okay, so a long time ago, I made very clear the rule. Whenever you're in the room with me, the definition of morality is the objective definition by God of good and evil. That's what morality is. Ethics is the subjective terms that humans use to describe nice and bad things, usually through societal norms, laws, etc.
Weren't we talking about morals?
Well, I can switch to
his God thing, so we don't have to have 30 minutes of him explaining ethics.
I just gave the definition.
Yeah, objective weren't we talking about morals?
No. So morals are objective truth of good and evil.
Are you talking about the Ten Commandments specifically?
I'm talking about God's word. God defines
or the whole Bible.
But your premise said no morals, 100% morals, halfway morals.
Right. No? Jeff is a Satanist. He has zero subscription to God's word.
He got more morals than probably
you don't know what I have. Satanism is
I've talked to you before, Jeff. I know what you believe. You don't have to explain it to me again. Based Oracle has a sense of morality because he likes the Christian morals, but he doesn't actually subscribe to Christianity. He kind of adopts
like cultural Christianity.
Let me explain. I am here. So
and Phi is a Christian. I subscribe.
We
to
know.
God's word.
We know
he's explained it for both of us. So
let me go on. So, although I do not subscribe to religion, the question of God has been asked me many, many times. The answer is yes. I believe in God or the universe or love. I think they're all the same thing. And as the Christian God, quote unquote, has put it, that the Bible or the Ten Commandments, whatever it is written on everyone's hearts. Well, I believe that in the sense that even though I don't subscribe to that religion, that we all innately know right and wrong.
That's a separate debate, and that gets way more complicated.
That's the exact debate.
I know where you're coming from, and I can get into that with you if you want, but that's a little too deep for this panel. But we'll get into
excuse me? Like, what? Joe, I would be so insulted right now if I were you.
Well, first of all, my bedtime's creeping up, and so next time we'll start with this discussion, and then we'll go 3 hours.
Or y'all can come do it on my show one day if you want. I definitely think that we could handle that discussion, and that's the level I like to take it to.
Yeah, we need less censorship than I-Fi.
Thank you.
Jeff,
and gatekeeping.
Jeff.
And control freaking.
Jeff. We will go 3 hours into this discussion. We just opened that can of worms. I'm trying to simplify it and to say that this is the position I'm coming from. So again, if we define morality as the word of God, the objective truth, the definition of good and evil.
Wait, no. We can just stop at the word of God. The objective truth is something you're sneaking in there.
These are my definitions. You're in conservatarian.
I did agree to submit.
You forgot.
All hail Emperor Phi. So the definition of ethics is when humans say, I feel like this is good and evil, and I use my logic and my reason to try and convince you that my ideas are better than your ideas.
Thank you for the clarification, I see where you're about to go.
Okay, so now Based Oracle doesn't understand that even if you are aware of Christian morality, either you subscribe to it or you don't. You can't just it's not like a buffet where you're like one day you pick one you like and use that and then ignore it the next day. Either you're all in or you're all out. If you're all out, you're subject to ethics. And now your ethics can try and match morality. You can say, well, as an ethical person, I feel like we shouldn't kill, steal, and lie. And that sounds like Christian morality. So what's the problem? The problem is there are things that are not written on human hearts. The idol worship and the one day off a week is not written on all human hearts. They don't automatically know this.
It's certainly written on mine. In fact, 7 days a week.
Listen, Empanadify, can you? What is the question?
There is no question. I was making a statement. I was clarifying.
No. There was a question.
Something about being subjected to ethnics, but I think he was talking about Joe Cool being.
Earlier, my question was before Joe showed up. Thanks a lot, Joe, for fucking up my Trinity. Anyways,
anytime.
There was 3 people in the room. Me, the Christian, who subscribes to and knows morality because I am one with the Word of God.
And you get to define it. That's the main
And
reason
Jeff, who is no morality because he rejects the definition of God's laws and rules. And then there's Based Oracle, who's kind of stuck in the middle. He kind of likes Christianity, but he's not really ready to fully commit.
Extreme fence-sitter, Empanada.
Yeah. So, Based, I understand you have your definition of God or whatever. It's love. I get it. It's the cosmic wheel of love, and it's not really a person, but kind of
the universe.
Right.
Your God isn't a person either. What are you talking about?
Yes, it is, Based. It's
he is
more
not.
of a
He's
person
not a person.
than anyone in this room.
Okay, what is his blood type?
I don't know. Why does Why do persons need a blood base?
Male, female, or hermaphrodite? Which one? You got to pick.
So, Base, here's your problem, Base. Look,
I have no problems.
No.
No, he's defining everything. This is
let me ask you a question.
Your problem according to
Let me ask you a question, Base. According to your God love, what are the laws of morality? Can you tell me right now what all the laws are? Can you write them out for me?
No, you just love. Love is the law. Do you love us?
Is that it? Just love?
Jeff is right.
Do you love us as much as we love you?
Okay, so it's just love. That's the only law.
Yeah, just do it, man. Just do it right now. Let's just love.
Yeah, if you're loving to yourself, loving to others, right? I mean that's really
Joe,
it. And we can look at the nuance. I know you want to get to the nuance, Empanadify. So, for instance, if you love your neighbor, you don't fuck his wife.
But what if I love his wife?
Well, that would be a lust.
Who are you to decide, Based?
Well, it would have been immoral of you to be at those places with her alone and all of that shit where you fell in love with her. So you've been crossed the moral line.
Who are y'all to decide? Who do y'all?
No, I'm not deciding. I'm explaining to you.
Yeah,
you asked why, and I'm telling you why.
You suck as a dictator, by the way.
You're talking to Empanada or me?
Conservatoria would never have worked.
I'm waiting for him to prove his God exists and that he knows.
Whoa! You can't prove that your God exists, but now I need to prove that my God exists.
But it's different.
Well, you didn't. If you recall back, a few weeks ago, you couldn't convince me. You couldn't prove it to me.
Well, just because I failed to convince you that day doesn't mean that truth.
Well, you failed to convince me ever, and that is the basis of faith. You're not supposed to be able to prove it.
Don't get angry now. You're typing
first of
angry.
all, nobody is angry. What I'm explaining is that I have the same faith that you do. It's just I don't subscribe it to a sect of Christianity. I just look at the universe. You can look at Christianity, Orthodoxy. You can be a Muslim. You can be whatever you want. It doesn't affect me.
And that's where we differ.
Exactly.
It does matter what you believe in. It does affect me. So
if I was going to find proof of God, I don't think I'd even quote the Bible for the first 30 minutes.
We're not doing proofs of God right now, Joe.
No.
I am curious, though. Where would you find it, Joe?
In morals and being kind to people, unconditional love, those things, which I'm sure Based God, if he had to prove his God, would have a lot in common with your God.
Yeah.
See, that's so simple to me. Like
my God would win, by the way, I-Fi.
No, dude, y'all are going the Sam Harris.
My God would beat
I
your
don't like
God
Sam
up.
Harris. I'm not going to Sam anything. I can't stand him.
Yeah, you are. You just don't know it yet.
My God,
you say you can't
bro.
stand God, bro. How can a nigga be mad at God?
So we can get into like theology and the proof.
Why don't we just go to that topic that we talked about?
Because we're still discerning the difference between morality and ethics.
See, you just switched because the only
why
reason you gave was
obfuscating,
time. Like it was
because
too long
I'm
of a topic,
duplicitous.
and now it's
I
all of a
speak out on both
sudden
sides.
we're getting there incrementally in stages. So which is it? I catch that shit out.
So this is why
comfortable with morality and
this
ethics,
is why you have to define your terms.
He drags the conversation there.
Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, I apologize. I was responding to Jeff that he feels comfortable with morality and ethics, and when pushed and it get tight, he will drag the conversation to morality and ethics. Where he's comfortable, I would keep him away from that shit if possible in this conversation.
Keep me away from it or him?
No, I-Fi. He loves that conversation.
I know, I do too. Like that's why I know how deep we could go on it. I don't know why he's resisting.
I'm ready when you kids are.
We were ready.
Patiently waiting.
Hey, like 10 minutes ago when you told us to slow down.
Y'all derailed into proving God, which is a whole separate conversation.
I body slammed your argument.
Did you catch up on that? Or
yes, proving God.
That's
why
your walker shuffling.
That's why he went to morality and ethics, because Base asked him to prove God. As much as I want to have a morality and ethics discussion now, I would like to talk about prove God, man.
Okay, Joe.
And Base, prove yours.
Okay, Joe. I'll prove my God, and then y'all go take turns and prove your gods. I'll go first. Okay, so Joe, if this universe is all that you know of reality, if I wanted to argue that I know someone who created the universe, what sort of evidence would I need to provide for you to believe me?
That you know someone?
Show us. Introduce us.
I'd have to see video at least.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think even laymen,
even
laymen understand the basic laws of science, like gravity and thermodynamics, surface tension, all that stuff like that.
Everybody but flat earthers, yeah.
Okay, right. There goes half my audience. All right. So, anyways, so if Joe, I wanted to convince you that the guy I know that I was talking about is the creator of this universe, he would be able to do shit that no other person can physically do, right?
I like it, yeah.
All right. So the dude says, watch this, and he walks on water and raises your dead grandmother back to life. Would you find that pretty convincing evidence?
It's a start, but this is 2024, and I've seen some incredible, magic tricks.
Shit, even in 2024, I'm impressed. So I'm ready to listen. But,
it's a start. I think we got 7 magicians that famously walked on water, and coming back from the dead, they got stories over there. People come back from the dead. I need more.
We're not talking about Chris Angel. See, you
know some motherfuckers that walked over.
All right, I'm ready to prove mine. Just put up.
Okay, there's my proof.
It'll take 5 seconds or
now,
less.
Based Oracle, go. Love God, proof.
All right, just put it up. Put up my.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
There you go.
Cheesecake for everyone.
Oh, those strawberries look good. Y'all can have the cheesecake.
God ain't no white boy.
Syrup.
I'm sorry. God ain't no white boy. Who was that stranger? Who was that?
He's 20% North African, I'm assuming.
Okay.
20% Asian, 20%. He's all over the place. He's one with everything. He was part of Pangea.
Probably.
It's definitely not Jesus, because Jesus was a Nazarite.
It was Panjesus.
It's not. Okay, well, so where's your proof, Base? Where's your proof that your love God exists?
Both of you guys have failed woefully.
Literally just showed you the proof.
Oh, your cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, we do have AI Jesus. I forgot about him. He was on my show a couple of times.
Okay, so now your turn, Jeff. Prove your God exists.
I don't claim that a God does exist, so I don't have to prove anything.
He had the easiest one. He doesn't even believe in a God, so done.
I have no need for the concept of a God.
Okay, Joe, your turn. Where's your God?
We're going to certainly circle back to that. I would love to try to convince Jeff of a God. But my proof, I'd go with the science shit that you talked about. We all have a basic understanding of science. By our understanding, everything, it takes something to move the next thing. Everything must have an origin. Everything must come from somewhere. Simpler put, you can't get something from nothing. It's not a thing. The guy who created all these rules, up, down, gravity that we rely on, that architect would be the guy I call God.
The Big Bang, the creation of life. Good luck explaining that with science.
Joe Cool's point and mine were the same. I totally agree.
I knew y'all all agree with me eventually. Emperor Phi wins once again.
Even if I grant that there's an infinite regression of sources, which even that is kind of fantastical, there's no reason to suppose it's a consciousness or an entity or anything.
I like that argument. There's no reason to suggest it's conscious.
Hold on a second, fellas. Dennison, can you wave on camera for me real quick? I've already been pulled.
Oh, Dennison, good. I wanted to talk to you. Glad you showed up. I think I got kicked from your Discord.
Dennison, if you back there waving on cameras, I want a photo, motherfucker.
I gotta see something, bro.
I don't think Dennison shows shit.
Show him your peen, Dennison.
Put up an overlay. Yeah, show him your cock. It's really little and fat. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Flip me off or something. I gotta see.
We know you don't have a golden one like me, but you can still show it.
All I see is a black screen, Dennison. You're gonna have to try harder than that, dude. That
might be I fight. Put up an overlay. I don't think Dennison.
No, now he's showing a picture of a dude sitting on the couch. So
yeah, that would be Dennison.
Is that Lebowski? That's him. That's him.
Is it big or little?
And he has Forrest Gump. That's another one.
It says Dennison X authenticated with YouTube.
That's
Is that
him. That's his channel.
All right, dude. If you porn bomb this stream, I will find you.
Well, go on solo. Go on solo layout and bring him up.
Put up an overlay in
solo,
your voice.
And then you'll get the voice.
You just
click on yours.
Make one picture big. Anyone, yours.
Anything except mine, because I'm going to grab another cup.
I'm starting to lose faith in your god, Hi-Fi.
All right. I don't see solo layout.
Can't
it's
do
not
simple
on there.
Good God. Not Hi-Fi's though.
All right.
No, that was not it.
Which one of these is it? Bloop, 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 bloop. This one?
There you go. Now bring them.
That's not gonna work.
And you
All that's gonna do is bounce off as soon as you bad me.
Is that
porn bomb?
Is that you, Dennison? Speak.
No. It is a notorious porn bomber.
Okay. Do you guys post him?
They faking Dennison's voice. That's a good AI Dennison, I'll tell you what.
All right.
It's better than that shit you get on Chat GPT, that's for sure.
Oh, shit. Look at what the cat
That must have been a $5. And GS here. What up?
What the heck? All right, so...
Based.
What up?
So, we were proving our gods. I already know what GS is going to say. Dennison, prove your god. Go.
Well, my god used to be truth, but I swapped it out for money.
Glenn Lawrence, is that you?
Oh no!
Wow, that was fast.
We're not roasting him. This isn't a Glenn roast stream. We already did that, GS. You missed it earlier. I got booted.
No. We can open it back up.
Whose channel am I on right now? Is this Hi-Fi's?
This is
it was Hi-Fi's. It's just been you know what? Go on.
What does the scroll at the bottom say, Dennison? Read.
Don't worry about
Welcome
that shit. Go
to Conservataria. Oh, yeah. All hail Emperor. Okay.
I've rehomed it. See, according to Hi-Fi, I entered Conservataria earlier in the conversation, and now I've rehomed it.
Yeah, you're
you not allow restreams?
Look who's in the middle.
Yeah,
Andy doesn't allow restreams.
I'm a poor bastard. I mean,
I'm going to
he restreams everybody else, but he doesn't reciprocate.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it would only help his channel.
Only take, never give.
I wonder if I can figure out a way to stream this anyway.
Well, you could
like
open up
start a
StreamYard.
stream and play it from yours, but it's
you can just OBS it or something. I don't care. But don't worry. As soon as I get 1,000 subscribers, I will buy a copy of StreamYard and I'll restream everyone's.
What are you?
Oh shit! All right, I'm looking forward to Never then.
I was up to 69 a while ago. But
wait, what? 70 now. All right, I'm gonna start promoting you.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get up to 500.
Anyways, this is my final drama stream, so y'all got in just in time because
we're gonna end it with the roast of Hi-Fi. Go on, Hi-Fi.
Because my next panel is going to be the end of libertarianism because that's no longer a thing anymore. And then all I'll have left is my little church services with Daisy. So if y'all want to come and visit my little
Wait, can we have some time set aside where I can talk to you about libertarianism so I can be more in tune with the conversation? I've been meaning to have that conversation with you anyway. Then when you do the end of libertarianism, I know what you're talking about. You've given me the short version.
I mean, all these years, dude, I've been on YouTube for like 20 years, 20 or 30 years.
I've been busy. I'm sorry.
Not YouTube, the internet.
So that's like 3 subs per year, iFi. That's pretty good.
I've been on Discord for years arguing all the politics and all the religion, and there was no audience for it. Nobody wanted to hear about conservataria.
Let's do this. I'm going to ask someone else a definition of libertarianism. And
there's different types.
Yes, and I'm guessing, iFi, you're going to disagree with the definition. Anybody, what's libertarianism? Libertarianism.
Machine, I'm limited to 6 people
Not
on screen. I have to upgrade. Sorry.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm yelling at you. My fault.
I think what he means is like internet libertarianism, like the Libertarian Party with a big L.
What you think his definition?
Because they kind of fail.
Libertarianism means small government. Small government. Okay. That's it. That's the definition of libertarian.
Well, I mean,
that's your definition. That's it. Well, then I'm a libertarian.
That never really existed. Are you talking about people who believe in small government or actual small government?
Actually have small power-sized governments.
Oh, that was never a thing.
That was the United States a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I think that's just a story we tell ourselves.
No, it was real, dude. There was humans involved.
He was there.
I was there. I was there when the words were written.
He had a wig and everything.
Don't quote to me.
I went back and read the Constitution again after I realized rights weren't real, and I realized it's a lot more honest than it appears to be at first glance. It tells you straight out that the states have all the rights to do anything, and then whatever the state doesn't want to do, then people have the right to do.
So, I think it's federal, state people, yeah.
So spoilers, Joe, for the past, 20 years, I tried to convince people that Libertarian was the good party to go with, but Dave Smith imploded it just recently. He stopped running for president. Chase Oliver is now the current presidential candidate, and no one will take the LP serious ever again. So the problem
is this the Mises people? Didn't they take over the party?
Yeah, Mises took over. Dave Smith was their head candidate. He was the only reason everyone was voting Mises.
Is Chase Mises or he's
no? He's the opposite. He's like the Biden.
So Mises LP. Kind of lost some of their ground.
They lost all their ground. They lost all the only.
Damn, what happened?
But it looked like it doesn't matter who takes over. The head of the party determines the candidate, regardless.
Yeah.
Hey, more importantly, which iFi did not set this premise, just so all of you know, you are no longer allowed, apparently, on what are the streams again, iFi? Glenn Lawrence, Grid One, Josie. Jake VO Pod. There's a whole list. We'll put it in the backstage for you.
I'm pretty sure we're all blacklisted from Speakeasy as well because he's kind of in the same.
What happened with Easy?
He's very hard in the paint with Andrew Wilson.
He was getting a tan injection. I think it went wrong. Went to his brain.
He's listening to Andrew's campaign to.
He's sucking it off. You got it.
He believes Andrew Wilson like a god.
The problem with Andrew Wilson is there's certain people like Glenn and Grid One that are so in love with him that they will simp for him, and so
that's what's happening.
They'll take care of all the minions for him. Andrew doesn't even have to lift a finger. So
he's flexing. Andrew's flexing is what he's doing.
Hey, did you notice Machine Lies didn't get any heat? Right? They weren't like, oh, you've been on base panels.
Machine does his own thing, and he doesn't give a shit. I haven't seen anybody be able to influence or affect.
He's in the chat, by the way. So
I know.
We'll bring TML up later, but I
know
if people at a time.
If the Empanada iFi hadn't been such a brokey to get a better than bottom barrel bitch StreamYard, what the fuck, iFi? I thought this was Conservataria.
Start sending in those.
Well, you have to get monetized first.
So you're saying the financial system in Conservataria sucks balls? Is that about it?
It's a voluntary exchange of private ownership.
Very strange. Okay.
That StreamYard.
But I blew the whole budget on my bunker in the woods, so I had no money left over for YouTube. Sorry.
We'll get you there. Just
blue budget bunker.
We'll lift the boats that need lifting.
Anyway,
at least you're bunkered in that blue balls.
You don't like God, go on, Jeff? You don't like God, Jeff?
Huh?
No, he's a Satanist.
I don't believe in God. I'm not theistic.
He doesn't believe in God.
There's anything beyond this.
I know, I know, right? I know he's a Satanist. Yeah. I know the answers already. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, are you condescending to him because he's black?
Like on black crime.
Hey, fine. Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me you put mayo and not Miracle Whip on your sandwiches. You got this basic bitch.
What if I did?
Then
well, I mean, it would explain a lot.
Wait, why would he use Miracle Whip?
Because it's the bomb.com.
See, told you.
Come on, man.
Miracle Whip tastes like rancid mayonnaise.
It does.
First of all,
like if mayonnaise isn't good anymore, then that's what Miracle Whip tastes like.
Got that tangy zip.
Either way, it's white people food, so I don't quite understand.
I agree, both white people food, but I use Miracle Whip on my.
Did y'all eat mayonnaise?
Are you guys heading to a different channel here in a minute?
Was that old channel?
Is it ending?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think Fi's trying to throw like.
I think GS is trying to.
You've been going for almost 2 hours.
Oh, is he trying to poach you?
He's trying to steal my clout, my one viewer.
I was going to stream later too, but I hopped over here.
Yeah, I was going to do a stream too. Yeah, we were all going to do streams.
No, man, I've been bored for the last 2 hours, and you've been doing this for an hour.
Well, if somebody wants to do a stream that we can restream, I'll go on.
Yeah. Let's talk to everyone but iFi.
Yeah, let's mention everyone.
Y'all can restream Hi-Fi, yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
No, I don't have the paid version, Joe.
He's a control freak, Joe. Don't you? Have you met?
That's what it is.
Have you seen the banner at the bottom of the screen?
I couldn't even let TML on because I'm limited to 6 people at a time.
All hail Empanada Fi.
Sorry, all hail Emperor Fi. We got to keep it here though, because once Fi loses his power, everything would shift and change.
And then there goes all your hope and dreams.
So can we talk about how we're not allowed to talk in certain people's channels? Like
we already did that. Yes,
well, no, but we didn't hear his
not allowed
thoughts.
to talk about.
I wasn't here.
Who is this we y'all?
All right, talk about it. We can break the rules.
Yeah, I can go wherever I want.
Who is this we y'all talk about?
Oh, well, unless you're Joe, in which your case you're a chameleon. You find out if the panel's against one person, then you go to that side that has the many, and then you'll never be on the other.
Joe just shows up at a
I go where I want. I don't fucking even get involved in niggas' arguments, man. I
so wait, hold up, man. You're telling me you can go into a StreamYards that you're banned in, Joe?
I can go where? I can go where?
You can go into a StreamYards that you're being blocked in? How is that possible?
Well, I don't know if I'm blocked from Jeff. He might be the last one.
You're not blocked. You voluntarily said you're not coming back. You're not blocked.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't think you're blocked anywhere, Joe.
Yeah. I was on Easy's, what was it? I forget, something Mortal Kombat. I was on there the other day. I thought it was a great fucking show, and whoever else you named.
Did Wally win again?
I don't. I
probably won one night.
Okay, GS. Do you see your screen there, bro?
Yeah, I watched this earlier, dude.
Okay, so there's the answer to your question.
And there's one with Denizen too. I think Denizen.
Oh, I didn't see the Denizen one.
Oh, you didn't see
that
one?
So this stream answers all your questions, GS. So
yeah, I've seen it.
If Andrew Wilson doesn't like you on certain people's panels, he will tell his minions, don't allow these people on your panels, and I'm on the blacklist.
That's brutal.
I find are those panels you want to be on if they're gonna just bitch?
I did. I mean, I used to talk shit with Glenn sometimes, and Grid.
Oh, was Grid one of them?
Grid one. There's no loss there. There's nothing of value was lost that day. Jake is brand new to YouTube, so I was kind of hoping to see him grow and come up with some interesting stuff. But
is that just a guy or a girl?
I don't know. It's probably
I asked that earlier. I don't know.
I think it's a transformer.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
Whoever it was, eating a lot of food on stream.
Yeah.
Respect.
But anyways, I got kicked, so there's your answers, GS. Even if you accidentally get on someone's panel, Andrew will show up and say, "No, this godless heathen is not allowed on our panels." And
so like it's one of those things where he said that you're talking nice to my face, but then you're talking shit behind my back. I've always kind of thought that you're kind of an instigator no matter where you went.
I talk shit to everyone's
face.
He's
not doing that, and they couldn't show a video of what they said IFI was doing.
Well,
Andrew was just relying on his
through.
Persuasive skills to make people think IFI said that.
People
Y'all
just
don't understand my
duplicitousness. Yes, he's very duplicitous. Yes,
it's so sly. You got to watch for it.
I don't really think he's that convincing.
I want to be on that.
Not to people that know logic. He's not.
That's what I mean. The
thing
is
a great filter.
That's his method, though. He surrounds himself with people who just believe what he says, no matter what, and then it looks like he's the greatest debater on earth wherever he goes.
Well, they don't know how to not believe it because they don't know how to catch his little disjunctions.
Hey, Sarah.
I think Denizen was right when he said something about like unless you're debating the 20-year-old, you go to ad hominems pretty much from the get go.
Right away.
Yeah.
Within minutes, like 2 or 3 questions into a debate.
Here's a fine question for the panel. I'm not going to answer it. I'll let my panel answer. What did Fi do to poor little
I can
Andrew?
tell you. You're associated with some people that are accusing them of PDF.
That's exactly it, man.
For some reason, you are thrown in with that crowd in their mind. And I think you're being scapegoated because it's easier to target you than the actual people that are out there saying the stuff about this.
Jeff put some thought to this shit.
Also, I debated him on VK once, and then one time I got him on Grid 1 Sports panel, and one time on Glenn's panel.
Oh, I didn't know.
So we've talked a total of like 2 to 3 times now, and each time I implied that I would like to discuss the whole libertarian conservative battle that he can't solve with Dave Smith, but he got too mad and said, "You're not allowed to talk on my panels because."
Well, Based Oracle could tell you how to get around that.
But long story short, I made friends with Based Oracle, and now I fucked all my chances of talking on any of those panels because
he got clowned by you pretty well last week.
I'm getting 4.4% blackballed, just so you know.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing for me too. Is I thought you were giving him all he could handle, and he kind of ran away, man. Which is
the transgression, Joe, was when I made Andrew Wilson look like a retard, and so this is one of the problems I have on people's panels. Like sometimes, like when I'm on Flow State's panel, I make him look like a retard, and sometimes when I'm on Jeff's panel, I make him look like a retard. And so some people can hack it, some people can't, and the people who can't are the ones that
fragile egos.
I'm still thinking about what you said earlier, that a person will go to someone else's panel and tell them, "Yeah, I don't want him up here," and they do it.
Listen.
And they do it. That is so interesting to me. I want to be on that fucking panel. Well,
come to my panel and tell me who to have on.
All right.
But I got good news for everyone, including chat. The debate is still on, and it's going to be on my channel. So Andrew Wilson
very good. Yeah,
is going to come here and defend his honor, and Based Oracle is going to challenge his honor, and we'll see who wins.
You know, it's interesting, Fi. That's in the Bible. You know, to speak of things that aren't as though they were. Yeah, that's a good scripture right there. You're
Let your yes
manifesting
be
it.
yes, and your no's be no.
And bring your $1,000, Andrew, because you canceled.
Right, that's right, GS.
And no frickin' buddy ever agreed to pay for some D-list Hollywood frickin' wannabe posers fucking travel.
He on the FB list, fuckboy.
Yeah.
No,
But I solved that problem, GS. iFi is a cheap bastard, so everything is free. You can come to my debate for free.
Look, here's what I'll say, iFi. When Andrew shows up with the $1,000, I will fund your StreamYard on the non-ghetto version for a month.
I've got this recorded.
You
heard it here.
We'll see.
You got it. It's the you know, it's the most I could do. You know?
Oh yeah, I forgot
the most I could.
I forgot to mention the pre-show game. So Based Oracle has a session with Judge Judy in which Andrew has to prove not only does Based not owe him money, but actually Andrew owes Based money. So it'll be fun.
Judy?
No, I didn't hear that part where he said if he canceled, then he would owe you $1,000. I don't remember that part.
That's why he has to bring to court the evidence, and then we'll
yeah,
see.
Based will have a clip of it if he did say it. I guarantee you.
But Judge Judy's fair. You know, she may be a bitch, but she's fair. She'll be like,
"Oh yeah,
you fucking retard, get out of my sight. You're wrong. Shut up. Get the fuck out." So that we'll solve it in about 5 minutes. So it won't take long. But we gotta take care of business before we get to pleasure. So the debate will be where Andrew gets to defend his honor.
What's the pleasure? What are you talking about?
The debate, stupid. That's what everybody wants to see. They don't give a shit about.
You said we're gonna get to the debate before the pleasure, right?
I said we get to business before pleasure, retard. Open your fucking ears.
The pleasure is sadomasochism.
The business is all that legal bullshit no one cares about. And then the pleasure is the debate, the blood sports that everyone loves. The Andrew Wilson blood sports.
4 days. Don't we have 4 days until the main event?
It's Friday, yeah. That was the originally scheduled day.
It'll never
happen. At home.
It'll never happen.
You got to put up that Rebecca Black Friday song as the intro.
It's Friday.
Yeah, and you got to sing it. You got to do the voiceover. Yeah.
Hey Joe, no worries, brother, because even if the chicken shit doesn't show up and defend his own honor, then we can use that as an opportunity just to roast the fraud for what he is, and then we can still make productive use of that time instead of worrying about his feelings.
If I was based, I would ride that train endlessly. That would be the intro to my fucking show.
You should have like a clock on your show every time you go on stream based, or a countdown till the main event.
Till the debate, right?
Look, I just want to know this. I want to know how you can have song after song about Coomers and defeating degeneracy and bobbing your head like you're rocking out like a heavy metal freaking 80s band, like you're all about business. And then when some sloppy D-list fucking actor starts doing some degenerate shit behind a paywall with a corn star, you don't have anything to say?
Well,
I kind of got a problem with that.
Here's the thing, GS. The pendulum, Glenn's pendulum will swing. That I know.
Yeah, he's
definitely swing.
Let me get in. Just being behind a paywall with a porn star, it may point to a thing, may or may not, right? Depends what he did back there. If he's back there, it could be someone going to interview Hitler. Oh, you were in a room with Hitler?
Well,
right? You could be doing that.
He
right?
was getting her naked,
Joe. He could take his own words, Joe.
I mean, look, it's not a mystery. He was getting her naked. I mean, that's what happened.
Yes.
All right.
But you can take his own words, or we can just guess on what might or might not have happened. Either way,
it's not a guess. That is what happened.
If he said that she got naked and he was lying, well, that's not good as a Christian.
I know people who saw it. Unless everyone's lying, then it did happen. I just didn't buy the membership, and now I'm banned, so I don't want to see that shit. But all I'm getting at is he had her on to play strip poker, whatever, and it's not even about that incident. I think that is his goal. He's talked to me about that. He's talked on stream about that. His idea is something to the effect of it's moral because it's behind a paywall.
See, I'd have to hear his version of it.
So now we get back to morals and ethics. How do we cross that line?
Okay, Joe, to be a little more clear, it's not immoral or as immoral because it's behind a paywall. And when Fresh and Fit announced that they were going to start putting their content behind a paywall, Glenn said, "Oh, that was my idea," as if that somehow makes it good.
Depends what you putting behind that paywall. I'm an auditor. We put shit behind paywall. Ain't no dick and cat involved.
Joe's not listening, is he?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing shit right. Just
That's
because
degeneracy, man.
I mean, yeah, because I don't even fucking do.
What's behind the paywall?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's doing well. I mean, look, I don't even really care. I don't think it's a huge deal. But the point is, he did an interview recently, I guess, with some porn star, and put it behind a paywall. And it wasn't just an interview. They're playing strip poker, and she got naked. And
knowing Glenn, I guarantee you, he was trying to be moral and explain to her she's fucking up. I bet you.
As he's taking off her clothes.
That sounds like good content. I would save that for a paywall.
He's like, all right, take off your bra now. This is immoral. I mean, yeah, that could be Joe, but
I mean, Flo has pretty much got pretty close to that live on stream.
He was probably saying something like, "You came into the world naked, and therefore it should be your natural state."
I mean, look, to your point, Jeff. Flo is not promoting out of one side of his mouth Christianity or religion or really anything to do with virtue or morals.
I see. You're saying like
that's the issue.
Well, I'm talking about the incongruency, the grift. I mean, that is the grift. It's selling something where your product doesn't line up with what you proclaim to sell.
To live
Jeff,
to their ideas 24 hours a day is how they present.
See, Jeff, this is why I can't wait until the day when Based Oracle calls my shit out. One day he's going to be like, "Fie, how dare you do XYZ after all the things you said," and then he'll tell me what I did wrong. So I welcome that day.
That could be. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about no humans are perfect. So the one day I messed up, I hope Base is there to tell me I fucked up.
Okay.
Job.
But hold on. Where's this false dichotomy coming from? I did not present any argument that had to do with a human being or individuals being perfect. So where are you getting that from?
I thought that's why you're canceling Glenn.
I'm trying to compliment you, fucking retard. Listen,
Well, you did with
more
this Glenn
time.
Lawrence guy because you're saying
Yeah.
he presents this one thing and then he falls short.
Listen to me one more time, Based. I'm saying you have standards. You're real good at calling other people out on their failure to meet their own standards. So if I ever fail to meet my own standards, I will welcome the day you come tell me to my face.
Why don't you just join our men's group that we're starting? There's gonna be
I'd rather just hang out with Based. It's less gay.
So let me just kind of correct the record here, because I am here, in fact. The idea that I'm here to enforce standards, I don't know that to be the case. I think that it's good to...
No, nobody said enforce. That's not the issue.
So anyways, I'm here...
At this point.
So what I do in some regards is promote the truth. And the truth
You're a
is
mirror.
that when you're, saying that you're a Christian and you want to help convert other people to be Christians, you introduce yourself as a pastor, as a youth minister, and yet, out of the other side of your mouth, you're doing the work of the devil, so to speak, on the binary end. I don't think that's me, grasping at straws.
No. If, however, you are correct and you pointed it out a couple times, even made fun of a motherfucker, trolled a motherfucker a bit, and then it ended, now you have an argument. If you're just going on and on, now you are and telling people don't fuck with him, where to go and shit like that. Not saying you are. Now a person has an argument that you are the arbiter of right and wrong and who can exist. Gatekeeper type shit.
Sure.
Yeah, but you can just ignore him. He could be as gatekeeper as he wants. But we could just ignore him.
Hey, Joe, have you ever...
Hey,
Joe,
Theo,
hold
I
up.
think
Hold
Uncle
up.
Fatty's mad at you.
Are you against... Hold on, Joe. Are you against people trying to be like gatekeepers and stuff? Would you stand against that?
I go where I want. I have no argument
No, but
to tell a motherfucker
that's not
where to
the
go.
question.
I think a motherfucker should do what they want and all. Maybe not should, but it's not upon me to stop a motherfucker from doing what they want to do. It is incumbent upon me under God to do what I can to try and stop them. I love them, even if I don't know them. I owe them some duty, especially if once I know them. I'm going to wade in there and try to do what Bass is saying. I'm going to tell them, yeah, that's fucked up. I'm going to call them out what your friends want and that type of shit. But if he chose that path, he was going to do that with or without me. I feel no responsibility for that.
Right, but you seem like you have a very strong opinion on Based. If he was a gatekeeper type, that you might have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't like that type. I'm a
free
speech guy. Yeah.
So you're speaking real clear right now with your chest now, but I just spent about a month getting gate kept about a DD-214 and about whether I was stolen valor or some piece of shit fucking guy that never went to combat. I didn't hear you say one fucking word in my defense.
Because I don't get involved.
Because what?
I was going to tell you. You cut me off. Are you emotional?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just telling you.
I think you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
It's okay to be emotional.
It might surprise you. I don't know who's asking you for a DD2. I don't watch that shit. You don't see me in the room when they ask you if I am. I'm saying hi to my friends. I don't even know who you're talking about. So no, I didn't pay that much attention when I thought you felt. And if he did, I wouldn't even know if that's a sin. He didn't have his DD2. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Why am I going to be defending you?
Because you just said you'd have a problem with Based if he was acting like a gatekeeper.
Yeah, I don't know what
I'm just seeing if you have a logical consistency with your outrage and arguments, Joe.
Watch me move around. I think I'm doing it. Bias. I think I'm doing it right now. If someone has something, I see an inconsistency with their logic, I call it out. I think I do that every time you see me.
That's what I'm doing to you right now, bro.
I'm down with that, but I'm telling you, I don't know your problems. You probably know I step in, and when you're doing them streams, I don't stay.
You've been on the same panels of the same people that have been accusing me of all this bullshit, trying to gatekeep like I got to prove something by showing them a piece of paper. You ain't said a fucking word.
When they went in on you? I'm
Joe,
sorry.
come on, man.
Listen, do you know what clean hands is?
Cool. You know what? Maybe,
wait. No. I'm sorry.
Maybe I misunderstood it, Joe.
No.
Maybe I misunderstood it, Joe.
Right now. Yeah. There's a such thing as clean hands, GS, which means if you don't do what the other guy does, I can come to your defense. If you're up there making the same shitty streams, it looks like you two are doing the exact same shit, I probably keep my mouth shut. I got to criticize both of you niggas, right? If you got clean hands, the people, not just Joe Cool, the people will fucking open their mouth. You're not that guy.
What do you mean I'm not that guy? That
I
has clean
mean,
hands?
all you do is make drama fucking
All
shows
I do
all
is
the
fuck you,
time.
Joe. You
Joe,
fucking
my
whiny
God,
little
coming
bitch
from
ass
you.
fucking chameleon.
I don't make
Yeah,
drama
make
shows.
sure you lick your fucking
You don't make
finger. Find
drama
out which
sh- you
way the
don't go-
fucking
Wait.
wind is
I
blowing,
said
Joe.
you make drama
You
shows,
fucking pussy,
and you're
Joe.
calling
You're
me
a fucking
names.
pussy,
Are you a
Joe.
3-year-old?
You're a giant
You
fucking
fucking
pussy with
child. Why
legs,
are we
Joe.
name calling suddenly? You do
You're
drama
a pussy,
shows,
dude.
yeah?
You're
Why gotta be
100%
a pussy?
inconsistent,
You
dude. You're a
failed the
lying
argument
piece
and
of
you
shit,
talk
Joe.
about me.
You're a fucking coward, Joe. That's why.
Yeah. Jump off
You're,
that
you're a
argument
big
because
mouth
you
with
know you
fucking
make
legs, Joe.
fucking gay ass
I
shows
said it
where
with
you
my
talk
chest,
about
Joe.
he said.
I said it with my
care.
chest, Joe.
You
How's that
talk,
chest
he
feel?
said, she said
What
shows all the
is
time.
happening to my
Let's talk
panel?
about
It's
that.
devolving.
Calm down, motherfuckers.
Hey, no, let them have their emotions.
Take your mask off, Joe. It's
Oh,
okay.
I am. I'm enjoying
Yeah,
it.
he's
I'm-
just
I'm,
throwing ad homs. He has no fucking argument.
got
But
my
I'm gonna stay
popcorn.
with it. Do
What?
you not
I
make
don't
he
remember
said,
with it,
she
Joe.
authorizing
You
said
a
stay with it,
debate.
tough
What the
guy.
hell's
You will
going
not
on in
answer.
here?
You stay
You
with it,
must
tough
call
guy.
me names, nigga. Do you not
you're a
make he
pussy.
said, she said shows?
You're a pussy.
Call me a name, nigga, because
You're
that's
a
all
pussy,
you
I
got
dude.
at
can't
this
believe you
point.
should think that
Guys,
he
You're a
did.
Do
pussy.
you not
Guys.
make them shows? Yes.
You're a pussy.
You
Calm
gotta
Joe,
call me
down,
is
names.
that a name,
guys.
You
pussy?
got no argument. Live with it.
Is that a name for you, Joey? Huh, Joey boy? Pussy?
Hey guys, I said
Come
calm down
fucking
first
see
of all.
about me, Joe.
Calm down.
See,
is
you're
what I
gatekeeping,
said.
I thought.
Calm down.
Yeah, come see about me, Joe.
Sorry guys, I tuned out for a second because I was praying for.
Yeah, he conveniently.
Come see about me.
When I came back, my panel melted down. What the fuck,
This
guys?
is, oh my
maybe
god,
it
this is a
melted
meltdown
up.
to you. Y'all just come on my stream. Y'all can find all you want.
So, okay,
Why-
Jeff.
Why
First
people
of all,
can't
trying
handle
to
this
plug.
kind of stuff?
Jeff, first of all, Sarah informed me she's having a little trouble with her life, so I took a minute out to send her a prayer. I came back and my panel was having a fucking meltdown. So
The hell
I'm
you said?
sorry.
Not to me.
You should have said two
It was
prayers,
just getting
Wi-Fi.
started.
So what's the beef
Clearly
about?
did not pray enough.
I was praying for tomato.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
there
the
you
beef
go.
was
That
the
gone.
beef was
Shit.
that Joe. He
Joe
left.
gone.
The
He's
beef
left.
was that Joe was talking with his chest voice about how he would have a problem if Based Oracle was gatekeeping morality. And I mentioned, and that's funny because I just spent a fucking month of people trying to gatekeep whether or not I was a veteran or not, whether I was stolen valor, whether I'd even been to fucking combat. And he didn't have shit to say. Matter of fact, that motherfucker was sitting on those panels. And he's
Okay.
acting like he don't know what the fuck's going on.
And they just
Okay,
got into a
so-
cursing match from there.
So I understand it's an ongoing thing, and so that's why I tried to jump in every once in a while and see if I could help. But I understand Joe wasn't helping in that particular case. Maybe he thought he was. He has his own way of approaching certain ideas or whatever. But he left, so apparently you convinced him that it's not worth the time and effort. So
Yeah.
good enough for me.
No, it's called
y'all know
being-
how to
being
find
a
each
fraud.
other. So if y'all want to continue that debate, you're
Oh,
more than
yeah.
welcome to.
I don't know that it was a debate so much.
So there it is, right there. There it is. They try to use Christianity against you. Don't ever, even if you were a Christian based, you keep that shit to your underneath because that's an attack vector for these cunts. That's 100% an attack vector. Oh, I'm going to use your morality against you. Fuck you, you fucking.
Is that what they're
piece of
doing?
shit.
Like, is it non-Christians or?
Yeah, well,
like-
according to Andrew Wilson, cussing someone out isn't against anything in the Bible. It's
Well,
just,
I
it's
don't
just a
think it is.
social.
Luckily,
don't
he's a
do.
pretend Christian. It appears.
Well, I
But
don't know.
a lot-
It
most
seems
of
to
the
work for
Christians I
him.
know
He's got
curse
lots of
people out, too.
viewers.
So.
Seems pretty convincing to me.
Well, that's true. The devil was very convincing.
Mm-hmm. He convinced everyone he didn't exist.
Okay, now
He's-
Joe Cool's coming back, so calm
Yes.
the
All
fuck
right.
down.
Joe
GS.
Cool.
That's
Yeah,
voice.
just take a back seat. I
GS,
go pray for Sarah again.
GS, take a break.
We got this.
Take a deep breath, and then we're gonna talk about this like grown.
I won't let it get too out
civilized
of
gentlemen.
hand. I
Shut
may
the
step
fuck up,
away
Jazz.
for another cup.
Shut the fuck up, Jeff. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
There
What's
he
up,
is.
Joe? What now? Tell me. I missed it. I completely tuned out. I
Let,
didn't hear
let
a
me.
single word
Can
y'all
I, can
said.
I impart? Yeah, I'm gonna say my piece here.
Okay.
So I'm not speaking for GS or Joe Cool. However, I think what I'm gonna say will have a little overlap. So from what I saw, which is not everything, I do not see everything. I don't watch a lot of streams outside of me being on stream. With that said, I saw GS being attacked. I also saw him react in ways that I don't think were the best ways, and I still see him being attacked. I don't think that the situation was a binary right and wrong, but I do think things were done wrong on the attack against him. I think the veterans should be more cohesive than attacking of each other. So I don't disagree with where Joe Cool is coming from in terms of whether, I'm not saying that you were equally right and wrong. I'm not even getting into that right now. I'm just saying that he saw, or maybe he saw, some wrong on each end and therefore did not want to get involved. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that perspective, but this is my perspective. And like I said, I didn't see all of it. I'm just speaking on what I saw. And I know I told GS recently, which I meant, that the pettiness that I've seen of the attack vectors, I think is a bit OD. It's unnecessary. And I haven't seen GS doing any of these, keeping it going. I've just seen the other side keeping it going. And I would say good on you, GS, if that is the case at this point. Okay. However, in the beginning, I saw a bit back and forth. Okay, so that's my perspective.
Okay. For some reason, Joe Cool's mic cannot unmute, so he wasn't patiently waiting for you to finish. He was
being works in mysterious ways.
So if he jumps back on, he can defend himself. But yeah, I think
it looked like normal panel drama to me.
I think that was
not the first time It's not the first time I've called. Joe
okay,
Cool
hold on, wait. Let's see if his mic
to his
working
face now. Everywhere. I said it to you all the time. He knows it.
Mic check.
He's a chameleon.
A fight.
Mike, Joe Cool. Mic check.
Make sure you. Where's the wind blowing?
Nope.
Yep.
He's still having mic trouble.
He's instigating.
The wind.
He's
can't
probably,
figure out which way the wind's
having
blowing.
a meltdown because he's like getting ready to yell at you, but he can't. He has no mouth to scream with. So
he has him on the ropes. He's going at it.
So GF, before he comes back in here, I understand you're very defensive about certain topics, including even allegations and things that sound like allegations. So. Is it possible that Joe Cool doesn't know what he just stepped into and he just randomly said something he wasn't aware
as
of?
your attorney, I would push back on I-5 for that presuppositional statement. Are you, in fact, is that a fact that you are highly defensive? Okay, I-5, GS rejects the premise.
Okay, we'll see if y'all make any progress. I tried.
All right, I think it got
There's your audio. Now
right.
You're back.
All right.
One at a time, gentlemen. Speak, wait, and then wait for the response. Okay, go ahead.
You want to go first? Yes, I'll go first. My shit's short.
Sure, go ahead, man.
All right. I missed most of what you cats were talking about. My shit overheated, which was probably God telling me to calm my goofy ass down.
Calm down.
So I'm going to get out a shot now. I'm going to say that I see these guys making shows talking bad about you. I see you making shows talking bad about them. I don't get involved in the politic part of it, like maybe you would like me to see if I'm on your side or the other guy's side. But everybody seems to have that fucking argument. However, if you're not attacking back, me and other people would be quicker to come to your defense. That was my argument.
Huh. That's interesting. Because the whole reason why I even had a discussion with you tonight, Joe, is because you specifically were talking about how you felt about people that would gatekeep other people based on certain premises, whether it be morals. And I happen to mention whether I have the right DD-214 for these pricks or not. Stuff like that. And, I thought it was kind of funny because you seem to have taken a very strong stance against anyone that would even propose to gatekeep. But yet you seem to have blinders on when I was dealing with almost a week's worth of gatekeeping before I started to get annoyed about the fact that I was being told that I got to jump through hoops for another freaking man in order to prove that I am what I am, and having my reputation utterly damaged, my family dragged through the mud, who didn't have anything to do with it. And everyone's telling me that my Christian values need to be at the utmost, while everyone else gets to act like demonic fucking possessed pieces of shit, and no one has anything to say about that. But slowly, people are starting to see the truth, Joe. Slowly, people are starting to wake up and understand that not only did I put out my DD-214, everything I fucking said about myself and my service was 100% verifiably true. And do you think these fuckers had any integrity whatsoever to just say, you know what, we fucked up? Hey, ease off the guy. We can't control you guys. If you still hate him and you still want to go after him, that's on you. But we're not going to attack this dude anymore. We're not going to involve his fucking family. Some shit fucking happens, and sometimes shit can go a little too fucking far. This little fucking YouTube shit, Sometimes shit can go real fucking quick.
All right, just
and that shit is for real
bit.
and never gets taken back. And when you start fucking with a man's fucking family directly, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to fuck with your family directly, Joe.
So on that note, GS, I'll agree. I have said publicly I won't engage with Andrew Wilson in a debate because destroying him would probably ruin his home life with his wife and kids and shit. So I think that Mrs. Wilson's actually a pretty nice lady. I've talked to her a couple of times, and so I'm not interested in, like, you know, owning people just for like bragging rights or whatever, because in real life, you know, some people can't handle, you know, having their entire lives shattered before their eyes. And so some people bring a lot of baggage and dirty laundry to the YouTube. So, you know, once you're out in the public realm, you know, you got what you asked for. So
yeah, you're fair. I'm fair game. I'm 100% fair game.
I think I got a little better idea of what was going on now after GS speaking. I think I'm catching some smoke from, you feel attacked.
No.
Wait.
Go ahead. But I just don't want you to go off on a wrong premise. My issue is with you choosing to have
I wasn't even referring to your issue. I wasn't referring to your issue. I was kind of about to.
I know you weren't referring to my issue. I was
I was trying to be nice, bro.
Then why were y'all yelling at him?
Look, GS, let Joe finish, because he's saying he might not have been saying what you think he was going to. Just let him finish.
Yeah, but I see that you've been attacked, and you're lashing out a bit, and I'm interpreting it as I'm catching some of that. So I'm going to ease up off the gas a little bit. And the other thing, as far as you feel like I haven't defended you enough, that probably got me to overreact too, because I got to hear that all the time. I go everywhere, including fucked up drama rooms. And the guy is next to me is doxing. Well, I leave if someone's doxing somebody. But they're doing horrible shit and saying horrible shit, painting narratives about motherfuckers. I'm still sitting my ass up there. And I get a call every day, every night, text. Some motherfuckers call me on the panel. You didn't defend me when he said this and she said that. I get that shit all the time. So maybe I'm sensitive about that shit. So I'll back up a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna readdress the point. My point of contention wasn't about you defending or not defending me. My point of contention is that you were speaking with your chest about how if hypothetically, if Based Oracle was running around being a moral aggrandizer, and basically trying to be a moral authority and gatekeeping whether someone could call themselves this, that, or the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the example, you were talking with your chest saying I would have a problem with that, basically. And I even clarified with you, would that bother you? Would you stand against that?
Yeah, I could be more specific.
I asked you, would you stand against it? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Based, I'd be quicker to jump on because I think Based is a moral guy. There are a lot of shitty people that I don't jump on. This is true. I sit in people's shitty rooms and they say so much shitty stuff. That's what they do. Yeah, I know you know some of those rooms. And no, I don't correct them every time they make an accusation about a person. I think that's you don't do that anyway. Not if you that's just nonsense. That's bad form. A lot of times people are venting and you have to back up, which is what I'm doing now. You don't make any progress when a person is venting. So it might take 20.
I'm not venting,
not you
Joe.
per se. Not you per se. And yes, you are.
So you're personalizing it when I'm not making it personal. I said very specifically, your premise was, for your point of view, that you would have an outrage to someone walking around doing any kind of gatekeeping. And for the example was if Based was acting like a moral gatekeeper.
You're repeating yourself,
Right, yeah, because you're missing it, because you're making it about me.
Well, if you say the exact same thing again, it won't change anything. Okay. You'd have to at least try a different words the next time. If
the different word is, don't personalize it, Joe. Don't personalize it to me. Don't personalize it to yourself. Don't personalize it to Based.
I don't know what that.
He was the hypothetical example of the premise. The premise is you would have moral outrage to anyone trying to gatekeep anyone in a wide variety of areas. True or false?
No. Oh, hell no. I'm nowhere near that guy. Then I have to take up everyone's argument. That makes no fucking sense.
You would have a problem with somebody gatekeeping other people based on certain things like morals or values, saying you're not allowed to say this or come here.
You said you would have a problem with it. I even clarified
you just changed
it with
it. You just changed it. That your second thing there, under certain circumstances,
all right, dude,
yes, I'd have a problem with it.
I can't reason with someone's not paying attention, man. I can't reason with
Okay.
you.
Y'all are talking past each other. I get
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I'm speaking very clearly, and you're either personalizing it, making it feel like I'm somehow hurt or triggered. I'm trying to engage the fucking premise for the 5th fucking time
Joe
directly.
didn't say exactly what you think he said.
Oh my goodness. Man.
Yes,
I
but
even
he
got
is
clarity. I even got
obviously
clarity
triggered.
on it.
He is obviously fucking triggered, man. I'm not wrong. Fuck what y'all talking about.
All
you
right.
are too fucking
Whatever,
sensitive.
Joe.
We
Whatever,
covered
Joe.
that. We covered that. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
whatever,
So
Joe.
communication is broken
Breaking
down.
it down to your Barney style, and it's still
Hey,
too
hey,
complicated.
Joe Cool, feel free to rage against me anytime you want. You will not hurt my feelings, I promise. Even if you try to insult my wife or family, I don't give a fuck. You can insult
What if
anything.
I don't protect you next time Glenn says something bad about
I'll
you?
get over it. I'll get over it.
Stick with your principles, Joe. Don't be a slimy little eel, Joe. That's my fucking point.
Yes, do the name calling because you're a
Ooh,
little
Cynthia,
girl.
that
Do
hits
the
home a
do.
little bit because people
Right,
say that about me
yes.
too. So I'm
Do
careful.
the do,
of that.
bro.
Shows your intellect.
Yes, the
I
more
feel like we're
That's that
getting
vibe
somewhere.
epistemology. Like I don't know what that means, but
sake.
I know that people go off of it.
Yeah.
The
All right,
Oh,
vibe.
that
so-
GS. The
so
first
y-
nigga doing ad homs is the weak one, right?
Okay, Joe,
All
Joe,
right, all
Joe,
right,
you
all
and
right.
GS
I'm
had
sorry,
Don't
y'all's
gatekeep,
chance.
Sorry. I'll
Yeah,
stop.
stop gatekeeping me, I5.
where
What the
are
hell?
y'all?
Joe wants to
Where
rage.
are
Let
y'all
Stop
him
right
rage.
panel.
now?
Stop facilitating your own panel. I find.
Joe wants to
Where-
get in his
Where
feelings.
are
Let him
y'all,
get in his feelings.
motherfuckers? Where
Don't
are y'all?
gatekeep Joe's
I'm
feelings.
good,
He wants
I'm
to
good.
be
Base
angry.
Oracle's
Emperor.
Conservatoria.
So y'all had your
need effort
chance.
less.
No, I'm good.
Just chill out on it, sleep on it, come back and see if you're still angry, and then y'all can.
Yeah, just
try
sleep
again.
and come, like I-Fi said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Coomer. Yeah, Coomer.
anyways, GS, the reason why I said it's possible that Joe didn't realize he said something that really offended you, as opposed to just like the normal types of shit that stirs up a little bit. That happens sometimes, and so I understand your
Why
point
is
of view,
everyone
GS.
thinking I'm offended by anything Joe has said?
I understand your point, GS.
This
I'm
is the
just
most
saying, Joe
retarded
Cool does
line
not
of
keep
I
up
doesn't
with
matter
all.
to me
See,
if
now
you're
you're
offended. I think
retarded.
it's fine to be offended.
All
I
right,
said this is the most retarded line of communication. Joe, see there, look at you, dude. You're a comedian.
Joe,
bro.
just
Oh,
take
he
a
licked
break,
his
dude.
finger. The wind's
Take a
blowing.
break.
He
Take a
thinks
break
it's
for a
against
second.
me. So
GS.
therefore, he's gonna
GS.
He
squat
feels
up.
attacked by everyone.
Squat up, Joe.
Listen at him.
Squat up,
Okay.
Joe. Don't ever be on the outside of anything. Make
Okay, so I really hate using mute buttons, but
We got to respect the empanadify.
Emperor Phi is now having to push the mute button on people who can't chill the fuck out for 3 seconds. All right, so
it sound delicious.
turn
I'm
that shit
unmuted.
back off. You better turn that shit back off. All right, so anyways, GS, Joe Cool does not keep up with all of the drama in the panelverse, so he doesn't know all the details of like what triggers who, and what lines you are not allowed to cross with certain people. And so it's possible he didn't even realize he was getting anywhere near one of those lines. And so clearly you made it very clear to him he did. Now, if y'all want to come back and figure out exactly what happened and
I do
why.
want to ask what line.
Wait,
I
wait.
don't know.
No, Joe, we
I'm sorry,
tried.
I
We
don't-
tried on
okay,
panel.
okay.
as my
There was
lawyer.
no progress. There was no
As
progress.
my lawyer, can
Yeah.
you
Oh,
explain-
my bad. As
Oh,
GS's
fuck.
attorney, you got to pay your bill, GS. I can't keep going on. We're going
What
on
are you
fumes at
talking
this
about?
point.
No more pro bono, dude. No more.
No.
All right.
So listen, there's nothing that Joe has said that has offended me personally.
Yeah, he did, dude. It was pretty clear.
Hey, you're just as bad as the retards
no,
from
no, GS, no, I'm not.
dude.
Why
Just
can't
making
you
up
take him at
narrative.
his word that he wasn't offended?
Wow, you're just making up narratives, man. What is with YouTube?
Well, he's been
dude?
doing that all night though. Since we got
No.
on.
My goodness, you guys are all.
You've been doing that the
special.
last 20 years on YouTube, he said.
Yeah. No, I accidentally said YouTube. I meant on the internet, like on.
No, I clipped it.
Yeah,
It's too
you got
late.
me. You got me, bro. You called me out on my standards.
So tell me
Clip
about
Bros strikes
Conservatoria.
again.
Tell me about Conservatoria.
Okay, so Conservatoria
Conservatoria.
is Christian-based capitalism with a libertarian government,
Okay.
and so I think that will solve all human problems because all of the Democrats will be gone, all of the rhinos will be gone, all the communists will be gone, all the socialists will be gone, all the devil worshippers will be gone. All of the problems that are caused in life are from these people. So
right.
when
It'll
all you
solve
have
all the problems. The only problem is actually implementing it.
when all you have left are the good and intelligent people, then you have all this community building shit where we like
Yeah, but then you're back to the
homestead,
volcano.
where we like homestead, and then we exchange our
What was
goods
it
with
about
each other.
volcano?
Like, we can exchange fruits and vegetables and livestock,
I don't
and
want your fruit. I could grow my. Why don't we just all grow our own? Why do we have to exchange?
Why do we got?
That's what
Why do we?
homesteading is, retard. You grow
I
your
like raspberries, preferably. Can
Okay,
we
fine.
go around the panel and ask everyone on the panel, whose panel do you think this is?
own. Yeah, let's figure it out.
All right,
I already
starting
know
with
the
Jeff.
answer.
Whose panel do you think this is, Jeff?
You mean officially who's streaming it, or psychologically who?
It's a very
running the panel?
simple. It's just whose panel?
Okay, like if I were like a third party viewer just glancing at it.
Whose panel?
This is iFi's panel. I am clear. Damn it, he muted me 5 minutes ago.
Well, apparently it's yours
we
now.
all failed. All right, moving on.
You're dominating it right now, but earlier it was iFi.
I will delegate back to iFi. Back to you.
It says I can't unmute Joe Cool because he muted himself. So congratulations.
I muted myself that time.
So can we pump our brakes on getting rid of all the Democrats? Who I think Jeff said
No,
something about sacrificing to volcanoes. So who are we going to sacrifice to volcanoes?
Well, we're gonna need somewhere to put all of these.
So do you ever notice how these
degenerates and
these
people that are
political
not enlightened and smart and good?
Do you ever notice how all these political talking heads always say stuff like, "We got to know who the bad guys are. Is it the Democrats? Is it the Republicans? It's the left wing." So the left wing are immoral, socialist,
What the fuck are you quoting
that's
them, or are
that's
you
too
not your
reductive and
words?
superficial, and you know that.
Prove me wrong, Jeff. Prove me wrong.
You know that you're fighting an abstraction. You're not fighting individual.
That's not real.
actions,
Morals are for
policies,
queers.
behaviors, etc. You're
You
creating a
fighting ghosts,
cartoon
bro.
villain.
Yeah, look, flip the argument. That does that mean only Democrats are bad, or they're not Republicans?
They're the
and other
worst,
groups?
Joe. They're
Yes,
the obvious.
He's in the
ones.
demonization stage.
All right, see, now we got to go into that.
They
right?
the same. They the same.
So Joe, you know who else is the bad guys? The faux right wing that people think that voting Republican will save our country. Those are also the left wing.
Enlightened centrism is the way to go.
I'm kind
And
of
so Joe, do you know what's not solving the problem? Is when you only get one of the three things right. So you may have the guy that says, "Hi, I'm a libertarian." Does that solve the problem? No, because you still have immoral socialist people that can join the Libertarian Party. That doesn't solve the problem.
Socialism is based.
What works? How do you get rid of these people? People are people.
I'm
How do
telling
get
you,
rid of their
listen.
opinion? Yeah.
You have
we need
a
more communism.
you have
Socialism
Christian
is for
morality
figs.
that builds a capitalist economy that leads to a libertarian government.
All right, you scared me, I just saw they passed a law somewhere putting the
All
Ten
three of
Commandments in
those-
classrooms. You're okay with that?
Louisiana.
All three of those are required. Any sort of all three of those, then you will fail.
I can't do
Because-
the Muslim shit here or the Middle
Because the
Eastern
other
shit?
problem with the conservatives are they will say we're conservative, but we're okay with authoritarian socialism. And so they still haven't solved the problem. Like your buddy Andrew Wilson. He's fine with the steel boots being licked so long as you say it's in the name of Jesus. That's all he cares about.
Now, when you say buddy, I mean, granted, he did say I could stay at his house, and Rachel would make me sandwiches,
what
and then
I
we go
heard.
hunting the next day, and he
Sure.
would Dick Cheney me in the back. But with that, I do agree with you, but probably I don't agree with you here in that I believe all of the sitting politicians from Congress upward should be tried for treason
Definitely.
yesterday.
Yes.
All of them are guilty. And
Yes.
the idea, and maybe one isn't, maybe like a Rand Paul or something like that.
Don't
But
forget Massey.
really,
He's one of the good guys.
really, they've all been complicit. I see it as good cop, bad cop.
Yep.
The conservatives, the quote unquote conservatives, seem to be the new brand of woke. They're like, look,
Neocon.
at least we're not the liberals, right? Like,
You're
at
talking
least
about
we care.
neocons based. Those aren't
That's
real
dope.
conservatives, but yeah, I get your point. Again, that's exactly what I just said. The faux right wing, the rhinos, the current
Okay, so we do
Republican
agree.
Party. Yes, yes.
Yep, I agree.
But the problem is Dave Smith can't solve the problem because he takes on the whole Libertarian Party, which allows both the left wing and the right wing in. So the Libertarian Party only says small government. They don't put limits on morality or socialism. That's still a
Can we
major
just
part of
do
the problem.
morality without calling it God, man? Because it's gonna be hard for me to sell this shit to especially people who are.
Joe, you can call it whatever you want. You're just going to end up plagiarizing Christianity like all Western society.
Yeah, we'll call it dog if that makes you feel better.
Christianity plagiarized God and fucking morals. You
No,
think you own that
no,
shit now?
Joe, read your history book. All Western society was built on Christian morality. It started with the Holy Roman Empire and expanded out into Europe and Britain and Netherlands and then eventually America.
Is it the same Christian
How'd that turn
morality
out
as
for you?
today?
No, Vase, I wish y'all would listen to one word I say.
I know it's so hard though. You go on and on.
No,
but,
I know. Shut up, Fi. But anyway, so Base, a long time ago, we were on the right path. We started out with a Christian nation that was emphasizing capitalism and created a libertarian government.
Were those the ones that killed all the Indians? Those good people?
Yes, Joe. There's no perfect system. All right. There's always assholes in the room. There's always guys that are like, "What about my slaves?" and stuff like that. And so we had to filter out those assholes too. We got here eventually, Joe, but we lost all the important shit along the way. We also gave up our Christian values. We gave up our capitalism. We gave up our libertarian freedom. Now we are just as bad as all of the assholes we fought against. We are our enemy now.
This is retarded.
Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Denizen.
Yeah, well, it is called conservatardia, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one he gave up because of
Hold
Dave
on,
Smith.
before you leave, Denizen, exactly which part was retarded?
Like everything that you said made no sense and was antithetical to objective history.
Yeah, but I liked it.
Flo is about to poach
It made me feel good.
He can have it. You can go to Flo's channel, Denizen. You can agree with him on his history.
Oh, don't be a pussy.
Okay, so the Western society was not built on Christian morality, right? Is that the first retarded thing I said?
No, I don't know. There were so many.
It was.
Let's go through one step at a time.
Yeah, that was the first thing you said, so it was the first
what was
retarded
Western
thing you
society built on? Which base of ethics or morality? Which one?
Morally,
was it?
Judeo-Christian morality.
Look at that handsome
Intellectually,
frickin' chin.
Greek rationality.
Based.
I agree.
Listen, man, you Christians had your shot, man.
I know. We're
The real,
trying to get it back, though. We're trying to bring it back. We're bringing it back in style. Okay, Dennison, what's the next thing?
Look what happened to Justin Timberlake.
Were Americans capitalists or socialists? Which one were we trying to fight for the most when we created this country? Are we good, Dennison? Or are we
Yeah,
still
but it has a
retarded?
reference, Reddington. Everybody knows what it means.
What was the answer?
/ Christian morality.
He said capitalism. Jeff is answering because everyone else.
Yeah,
on
capitalism is dog shit.
Okay, and then
immoral.
And then finally, Dennison.
And we definitely didn't give up on capitalism. We doubled, tripled, quadrupled.
Oh yes,
down
we
on
did.
It.
We're
uber capitalists now.
We codified socialism in
now,
so many ways.
Now, what do you?
You don't even know what socialism is.
Yeah, socialism is when the government seizes the means of production and centrally plans the economy. So kind of like when.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when you tell your citizens, oh, by the way, we're going to start taking your income now. Fuck you. So here's the IRS. Good luck. And so now.
So heavy taxes are socialism.
Yeah, and sales tax and
taxes,
property taxes,
slavery,
and just all the
socialism.
taxes.
Basically, socialism is just whatever the government does that you don't like.
Yep, that's it. It's when government does shit. Okay, and then finally, Dennison, there's the debate between libertarians and authoritarians. Which one was the United States fighting for and against?
The United States has always been authoritarian.
It was. We were fighting
states
for
are authoritarian by their nature.
Yep.
So when
we even the authoritarians won. Hamilton and who's the lawyer who defended the British guy that shot the first shot at the start of the war? What was his
Thomas
name?
Paine?
Smith? No, he's like the second president, I think. Anyways,
Adams.
Yeah, Adams and Hamilton won. It's in all of our literature, and the fact that we have a president at all, which is essentially a king.
Okay,
is because
so
the
when,
authoritarians won the
we
debate.
Can vote out every 4 years.
So when America was fighting against the
has
British
checks and
Crown, which is authoritarianism, and we were trying to create this government by the people, of the people, for the people, with all this voting bullshit and representatives and small local governments that never answered to any federal government or even state governments at that point. Even state governments were taboo during this time because it sounded an awful lot like a
Didn't even take 15 years for the president to violate the Constitution.
Do you see how
with
he
the
tells
Alien and Sedition Act?
and they just
States have
pretty
been
impressive
obese
in our system
for
worked.
100 years
Kept
since
everything in
before
check.
you were born. You're telling yourself a fairy tale.
So now who's being retarded in a sense, since you were wrong on every single point
It's still
you
you.
just
It's still
complained about? Was it me?
Stupid. I didn't inhale.
Okay, so Dennison, I'm glad you brought this up because this is why I'm not arguing with retards anymore. So I used to try and argue with retards, and I did it for 20 years, and now I'm done. So, you
But
guys
people still argue with you.
Retard? I don't think he's a retard.
Hey,
You
Fi,
guys-
I want to know if we can talk about whether the cigar was an innocent victim or was complicit in the act in the Oval Office. With Monica
The
Lewinsky.
cigar did not have relations with that woman. It depends
The
on
cigar
what
did
is.
nothing
is.
I like to think it did. In my
It depends on what is
scenario.
Joe. What is Joe? That's what
listen,
that's
if
what
I'm
matters.
President Joe, I would have, I'd have got head in that Oval Office. I ain't gonna bullshit you. I couldn't have passed up that opportunity.
So anyway,
I got a very serious question for
Oh, yeah.
Conservataria.
Shameless.
Sure.
So what does Conservataria plan to do with the BBL rate, like in particular, for instance?
I don't know what that means. What's BBL?
Brazilian butt
I
lift
do.
rate, I think.
Yeah. I'm just
Come
The
on,
butt
man.
lifts.
Come on, Fi. How do you expect
Free
to be
market.
a
Free market
conservatoria like
is your answer.
gatekeeper if you don't know what a BBL is?
right. So
The free market.
Conservataria, what would the BBL rate look like in Conservataria compared to Western civilization?
Okay, here's the first question: is it immoral?
It's
Yes.
degenerate.
Messing
some
with
would
what
say.
God gave you, man.
It's poison to the body, so I
Yeah.
suppose it's immoral.
Okay, but are you allowed to enforce poison on others? Like, are
You
other
wouldn't even
people
let me
allowed
be
to
friends
How
with
is
poison
your
themselves?
answer a question to me?
Because if you can't answer if it's immoral or immoral, then you don't even understand how.
What is my
Can you
what
answer?
does my thought have to do with
Yeah,
Conservataria?
you're the leader.
Because
lead.
you are the gatekeeper of
Because
morality,
you-
Peter Oracle.
Because you.
I told
That's
you.
true. I am the new leader. That's true.
Christian morality is the foundation. So no killing, stealing, lying, that stuff. I don't remember anything about butt lifts being in the Ten Commandments. So I guess you're okay, bro.
Okay. Well,
BBLs are allowed. Got it.
Yep. BBLs are approved.
Well, there's a lot of shit that's not in the Ten Commandments.
Right. You wouldn't let me be
specifically.
friends with Lib. And that wasn't
Okay,
in the
based
commandments
Oracle. As my advisor, okay, I'll hear you out.
Tell the truth. Tell the whole
Are the
truth.
trans people in the Bible?
Shut
Do you
up.
like how I just reverse psychology
up.
my way into leader?
Shut
Yes.
up.
Go on, my minion.
Let
Oh,
me
the
ask
leader of
you for the
Conservatoria sounds a little authoritarian.
Let
Yep.
me ask the.
He's about to get
fucking
real.
question.
authoritative. Yeah.
He's in
Go
his
on.
feels
Based
right now.
Oracle, since you're my advisor and as emperor, I'm going to make
The.
this law. How many Christian laws should we make into government, written into the rule of law? All of
0.
them, or just the fundamentals?
0.
What do you think about the Ten Commandments?
Zero?
Did you hear your
It's
advisor?
okay for our citizens to kill each other and steal and lie?
Yeah, but
No.
The
No, I'm not
prohibition of
saying that.
murder is not necessarily Christian. That's kind of universal.
Exactly. See, Jeff gets it.
Red,
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah.
I have now promoted you. You're in whatever position is over
yeah,
I-5.
I always get my
I've been in that position.
Jeff. So
I think he's Jesus now.
Oh
He
shit!
showed up on my panel in that position.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So,
Damn,
the
he just called
Oracle,
you a bottom.
I think you're missing the point. So once again, I started
Just the
with
tip of it.
I started with the fundamentals. I said we're going to
Yes.
start with that as a bare minimum. Is the Ten Commandments? That's the bare minimum.
Correct.
Now I can
Well,
add
and
as many.
I'm
Christian
rejecting it.
I can
That's
add
the exact opposite of what he just said 2 minutes ago.
Okay, hold on, let me. Make sure there aren't any interruptions. I'll leave Joe in. He's cool. He never talks over people.
Yeah, he laughs.
Okay, so based Oracle, I can add as many Christian laws as you think we should. So how many Christian laws do you think above just the 10 Commandments? How many should we add?
Okay, if I had to count on both hands, I'd say 0.
Okay, so just keep it at the 10 Commandments, and that's good enough.
No. I'm rejecting the premise that the 10 Commandments are the moral.
Okay, so Joe, since none of the retards in the room can answer this question,
I'm scared to death now.
I'm gonna let you try. You're going to bat for it all. Should we have any morality in our country, Joe? Cool.
I'm glad you said morality, yes, and you didn't use that word Christianity.
Okay.
Morality, yes.
As Emperor Phi, I'm going to start with Christian morality. Would that be a good idea?
Let me see. Yes, this is a good start. Yes.
Don't kill,
yes.
Don't steal, don't lie.
Fuck yes, it's a great start. Yes,
okay.
It's a great start.
Okay, Joe. What do you think we should go beyond that? Is that not enough? Should we make all of the Christian laws, the government laws, by force?
Goodness no, right? We'd have to kill people over cattle and sacrifice.
And we'd have to force baptisms and all kinds of weird stuff. It'd get wacky really fast. It would turn into a theocracy. Yeah. Which humans have tried many times throughout history, which none of the intelligent people debate anymore. So, there you go.
Well, kind of like the libertarians are doing, making people put the 10 Commandments in their fucking rooms and shit, right? You're going to force people to do shit.
That was based Oracle's closing statement, by the way, just in case y'all missed it. So, thank you for stopping by, BO. I appreciate it as always. Okay, so did that answer everyone else's questions? Now are we all on the same page?
No, you kicked the only actual Christian out and then ask moral Christian questions. That's fucking retarded.
Sure
I don't want to be in conservatory if a fucking retard's right.
Don't worry. You don't have to. It's not for everyone. Bye, GS. And then there were 4.
What if we do like Conservaspergia? And like me, you, based, all the other little collections of it.
I think we already have that now, Jeff, and that's
so I think that's like a better foundation than the original conservatory plan because it's partly actualized already.
I want to filter out the evil retards, and that way we're only left with the good and intelligent people.
Did you say how you do that? How do you do that? You say put the Christian shit in law, but you didn't get specific.
I could get specific, Joe. So another way you can start filtering out people is a capitalist economy. Do you know what that means?
Yes, it's what we have now.
No, it's not what we have now, Joe.
Yeah,
what we have is a sham of what is called capitalism. So now we have crony capitalism, which colludes with the government, by the way, which is fucking up the economy. And so that's why you don't allow authoritarians or socialists into the
equation. You can't just call it names. It's a sham and shit. That don't specify nothing.
Oh, Joe. Do you know what voluntary exchange of goods and services are and private ownership of things means?
He thinks things are voluntary in nature. That's fucking awesome.
Okay, so Joe,
I understand those terms.
Joe, do you own your land?
No.
Do you own your work?
No.
Do you own anything?
He owns his pipe.
And you claim to be a capitalist? Are you voluntarily exchanging these things?
I'm not. Who claims to be a fucking
capitalist?
Probably Joe claims to be a capitalist.
You said it, Joe. You said we are capitalists now.
The United States is. Joe doesn't own any factories.
I think he know I meant the U.S., right?
Yeah.
All right.
So what we have now is a government that's run by the private owners of production. So you have the ultimate expression of capitalism.
By the way, Joe, I own my land, but guess what happens when I stop paying my taxes?
You don't really own it because guess what happens when you stop paying your taxes?
Hey, right. Joe, I go to work and I make fruit from my labor. Guess what happens when I don't give half of it to the government?
Yeah,
because it's not your labor.
We looked at the tax bracket
own
the other
you.
day. Nobody's at 50%. So quit lying.
We've already had this debate, Jeff.
37 is the highest, and you have to make like well over 6
Sales tax, property tax, corporate tax, capital
Yeah,
gains
every dollar
tax,
you spend gets taxed like
tax
to
tax,
infinity.
foreign tax.
All
if
right.
you try to go on vacation into another country that U.S. has no claim over,
Wow,
we'll
you get
tax
to
you
go on
for it.
vacation.
All
You
right,
have
let's
it
go
so
into
bad.
conservatarianism, if that's what you called it. I forgot.
All right, so
All right, so we getting rid of the tax shit, especially all of that bullshit.
oh hell
tax.
yes, oh yeah, hell yeah.
All right, so now we're getting closer to what capitalism looks like.
Oh yeah, now
The
we're
Sudan.
capitalists, Joe. Now we're voluntarily exchanging our privately owned shit, Joe.
Wait, okay, say that last part. Something about
We are
privately owned.
voluntarily exchanging
Right.
privately owned shit. We own our shit, Joe. Our land, our labor, our fruit. We own that shit.
Can I assume that anyone who tells me that they are libertarian agrees on getting rid of taxes and outright owning your land and cars and shit?
Most of them, Joe. Most of them. That's what. Remember earlier, Joe, when I said the Libertarian Party does not solve the problem. It's only one of three of the problems.
Any of them clowns that's running for president agree with what you're saying?
Yes, Ron Paul, Dave Smith was for a while. Even like there's a couple of other politicians like Amash is friendly to libertarians. Massey's friendly to libertarians. They're very, very hard to find. It's like one out of like 100,000. You'll find like
all right,
one.
all right.
One of
Jeff and Dan, y'all got any issues? Is what he's saying? It sounds like a good
I
start to
don't
me.
know.
Maybe I'm crazy.
I wasn't really paying attention.
That's
I
all
don't-
right. That's all right.
Yeah, just for starts, he was saying let you really own your land, and you buy a car, it's yours. You don't have to keep paying taxes on it. And get rid of taxes in general. When you go to a store, you pay outright what the price is.
How do you enforce that?
Because I'm the fucking emperor, bitch. That's how I enforce it. It's my country.
No, that won't fly.
Okay, but me and Joe, we have more guns than you. You're dead now.
No, you don't. All my citizens are well armed, and they'll defend it with their lives.
Your citizens are going to defend you?
Yes,
I'm one of your citizens, and I'm threatening to kill you right now.
Right, but all the other citizens will take my side.
I told him he's not very good.
No,
at this
Jesus.
emperor thing.
Yeah, okay, you got it all figured out, buddy.
See, Joe Cool, this is why we got to filter out the evil retards, because you can't let these motherfuckers in.
How do you filter them out?
Volcanoes.
I just told you how. First of all, Christian morals say you're not allowed to kill.
Because everyone is always going to take your side, and you always have the be the arbiter of force.
The good and intelligent people.
Congratulations, you're a violent authoritarian.
Dennison, the good and intelligent.
Let's make him more violent. Let's make him more violent. All right,
You just created an imperial state.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Let's do that.
Ta-da!
I want to be part of this. I want to be part of the emperor.
All right. So final.
Wait. So first, I'm the strong hand. The first thing we do is get rid of Muslims. Yeah.
No.
Yes. Say yes. Give me the quick one because I got smart. Jeff's got to go. He's a Satanist, and
nope. He's taking too long. Let's kill him.
I gotta go. Yeah. I'm not there in the first place.
Right.
As long as they're compliant to Christian morality, they can stay and attempt to be
Christian morality. What an oxymoron
because
that
Reddington
is.
made the point that we're only talking about 6 of the commandments. 4 of them
as
don't
long
even
as they
apply
comply
to
to capitalist economy and
Jeff
the libertarian
won't
government.
Comply. Do I shoot him or do I put him on a boat and kick him off the
Thou
U.S.?
shalt not kill. Christian morality. And finally, someone worth talking to. Here you go. Let's bring him up.
So,
come on, machine. Tell these motherfuckers.
Yo, TML, what's good?
Go ahead, bro. Please tell me you've been listening, bro.
Yo, machine. Wait a minute. Are you gonna porn
Yeah,
bomb?
something about conservatarian.
All right. So, with the libertarian government, Joe Cool, just like back in the good old days, we're not going to let anyone rise to power because that's authoritarianism. So if anyone tries to become dictator, then we all gang up on them at the same time.
All right, I like a big part of that anyway. Yeah.
That's why I said all citizens are well armed. So you have to kill all the citizens in order to gain that throne of dictator. So that's the beauty of the system.
So far,
I just have to agree to share some of your shit with the ones that are around me. That's all.
Good
Wait,
luck
you gotta
trying.
agree to
You're
share.
welcome to try.
You don't have to agree to. You can have your own shit. You could grow your own shit. You don't have to agree to anything, right? Ifi? He could be independent, have his own land, food, crops,
As long
goats.
as you obey the Christian morals and the capitalist economy and the libertarian government, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's your business.
You can't be friends with Lib though.
Damn it,
do you
that's
know
right.
why,
I
Jeff?
can't be friends with people.
Do you know
Yep,
why,
he tells
Jeff?
you who you can be friends
Do
with.
you know
Yes.
why, Jeff?
Yes.
Do you know why, Jeff?
Not denying it.
This looks bad.
Because Jeff, in a capitalist economy, can you have socialists?
We're talking about your little conservatoria.
We have
place.
them now.
Right, right. Okay, Joe. We're in conservatoria now, and
And get this, I couldn't even call Lib on the phone from his community. I had
it's a
to
libertarian
leave the community
government.
to even make a phone call to Lib.
Hey, Joe.
It's a libertarian government that won't even let you talk about socialism.
Hey, Joe. Oh no!
You can see how well thought out his idea is.
You can
Call
talk
Jeff
about
a liar, Lib. Call Jeff a liar. I want to know right now.
You can talk about it, but the problem
No,
is
I'll talk to him,
bring your
not
friends
about. See how you switched it to about.
Can I call Lib in this instance?
Yeah, you can call him if you want to.
That's not what you to go
Can
down
I
and
have
watch
him
the stream.
over to my crib?
I said to you, Jeff, you're too retarded. You don't know how to handle this.
Can I have him over to my house?
So you're weeded out already,
no,
Jeff.
No, Joe, you can't have them over to your house because once you let them inside the gates, it's too late, and then we're fucked.
Holy hell!
So Joe Cool.
He's not an authoritarian though, Jeff.
Hey, Joe Cool. Let me explain this, so that you can hear what I'm saying. Have you ever read a history book, Joe?
I'm a history buff, I think. Yeah.
All right. Have you heard of Karl Marx, Joseph Stalin, and Vladimir Lenin, and all those cats?
Yeah.
Mao Zedong.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend for a minute that you're in conservatoria and we're all minding our own business, and then one day Joe Cool decides to invite some of his friends over.
Right.
And they're Karl Marx, Joseph Stalin, Vladimir Lenin, and Mao Zedong.
Wait. Can I change it? You're going to the extremes. Let's use some more.
No,
Wait,
fuck your ideas. I gave you the example. Now you have to answer for yourself, Joe. Is it okay if you invite your friends over to my beloved conservatoria? Is it okay?
If I invite Mao and them over, yes, as long as they behave themselves. Now let me ask you a question. Is it okay if I invite someone simple and more like what reasonably happened, like Machine Lies? I don't think he's a Christian.
Yeah, he's not a Christian. Yeah, okay.
So I can invite him over to the house and spend a weekend or something with me. Okay.
By the way, Machine Lies, do you have any problem with our country having Christian laws? Like, are you going to fight against that or repeal them or anything like that?
Well, I just don't really know what are Christian laws, but yeah, I would assume it would be the 10 Commandments. And,
yeah, like don't kill, don't steal, don't lie, that stuff.
Okay.
You're familiar with them. Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are in the laws. You know, yeah, basically.
What if you invite Gen X Jeff over and he thinks that Christian laws aren't good for society and he wants more, child worship, devil worshiping and child sacrifice and stuff like that? Can you invite him over?
As long as he obey the rules, right? Jeff's a nice
Come on in, Jeff.
Crazy.
Is human sacrifice okay? I mean, it's conservatoria. It's the land of the free,
No,
right?
Human sacrifice is not okay.
But who are you to judge, Jeff? Are you telling me which friends I can't have over now?
See, this is why you're not good at what you do.
Oh, I'm great at it. You can't
But you
answer
are still
your
better
own
than
complaint,
Andrew.
Jeff.
So
You
this
can't
is
answer
how
your
bad
own
Andrew
complaint.
is.
You can't answer your own complaint, Jeff. What's wrong with me bringing over my
No, because you're being stupid. You're not even being consistent with your.
No,
with your
Jeff. You just said it's a free country. What's wrong with me bringing over my murderous, lying, thieving friends? I mean, it's my freedom. What's your problem, bro?
I'm not the one telling people who they can have over. Like Joe said, as long as they behave, as long as they follow whatever laws the community sets.
Okay, guys. So once we invite the Communist Party over, they'll behave, right? They won't like start shit and like start telling people
Well,
to
if
start
they start
creating.
shit, then they leave. But until they start shit, they
Oh,
have
so
a
see
right to
now I
do
can
that.
kick out people, Joe. Now Jeff will let me kick them out instead of just not letting
No,
them in
that
the
was
first
already
place.
built into the as long as they behave, i.e., follow the existing
Oh,
laws
I
statement.
see. Okay. What if they behave, Jeff, but they just want to start like little unions and stuff? Is that okay?
How are they going to start a union in somebody else's community?
Because, like, what's wrong with some people getting together and saying workers unite? We're just gonna start a little teachers union, a
I don't.
little
You lost. I don't
bakers
even know what you're talking about
union.
anymore.
What's wrong with that, Jeff? It's just
Okay, I like the argument. What if they decide they're going to take up residence in this town and they start their own shit that say they don't like the way things are going here? What do we do?
Mm-hmm.
Personally, that's an easy one for me. I'm always quick to give a guy his own opinion and shit. I'm in conservatoria, but that's my nature.
so, Jill. The reason why I kind of meme on it a little bit, obviously, I'm playing with them a little bit, but there's a little bit of truth to it because that's the problem, Joe. It's like there is no perfect system. There's no system where, like, if you inject evil retards into it, that it won't fuck it up. Of course, you can fuck up conservataria. All you gotta do is invite Dennison and Jeff, and
Wait, speaking of invite,
yeah.
there was a room I
If you
wanted
can
to
get us
invite.
there, we'll be
I
next
wanted-
door where the party is.
I wanted
You
to-
gotta love like what determines the criteria for that too, because my lowest IQ score ever is 140 and my highest ever is 160. I've committed 0 crimes. I've never been charged with a crime or convicted of a crime. I'm financially independent. So I just wonder by what measure or standards does he determine who's a retard and who's a degenerate?
Okay, so retards don't understand how economic systems work. So do you understand the difference between socialism and capitalism?
Yep.
Okay, do you understand that they can't exist at the same time?
Yes.
Okay, so
I mean, you could have some socialism and some capitalism.
you can have little compromises. Now, I'm not against nuance. I understand that nothing's perfect. There is no magic bullet in life, by the way. There's no perfect answer. Capitalism won't magically solve all of your problems. Libertarianism won't solve all of your problems, and even Christian morality won't solve all of your problems. There's always flaws in every system. The flaw in capitalism, laissez-faire capitalism, is if you could kill people and steal their shit, then that's fair game. That's the free market. So obviously, the more intelligent answer is Christian capitalism. So you're not allowed to kill people and not allowed to steal their shit. So
why is that Christian? Like all cultures
because
kill
you're
as
limiting
part of their
capitalism,
except for the Christian ones.
Because you're limiting capitalism, Jeff.
You're also just asserting it.
If capitalism was
you haven't escaped your own original premise.
I don't know how not killing gets associated specifically with Christianity.
Do you know what
There's plenty of cultures.
The truth is that authoritarianism is the natural state of man. To be enslaved and to enslave is what we do, and authoritarianism is how we collectivize. And the only difference between any of the nations on earth is the story that we tell ourselves about our system of government, and that has some impact on culture, but ultimately force is the arbiter of all things.
I disagree. So the natural state of man is anarchy. You're born an anarchist, and from that birth, you can move into a capitalist system in which you voluntarily exchange with people.
No human being is born into individualism.
And then if you join a collective,
you get socialized before you even make it out of the womb.
Yeah, certainly your family reflects the social system outside from birth.
the camera real quick for me before I let you up. I gotta make sure I'm not getting porn bombed.
Who is it?
Old Joe. I know Old Joe, but I gotta make sure it's
yeah.
him because sometimes people sneak in with names I'm familiar with.
There are some doppelgangers.
It says authenticated. I'll risk it. Okay, come on up, Joe. Speak.
Hello, gentlemen. How are things today?
Yep, that's Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Okay, so Dennison. So before you join a collective, Then you enter into the government realm of either libertarian or authoritarian government. And then that authoritarian government, the first step they'll probably do is institute socialism and then eventually get back to immorality. So you're right. It is a journey. You can decide where to cut off the journey, but some of us want to stay in our natural state of morality.
I was born a slave to capitalism,
and
born into
anarchy.
Can I jump
without
in?
any decision on my behalf?
Go
I
ahead,
got to
Joe.
jump down already. I got to jump down quick, but I just
Okay.
Dennis and I have had this discussion before, so
Not really.
I'm going to leave you, IFI, with a couple of nuggets.
Okay.
That'll help you with your discussion with Dennison.
I appreciate it.
First of all, ask him about the difference between serfdom and slavery, because we've already discussed it. Because even his participation in our
No, we haven't.
slavery, by his own definition. Second, your moral code that you talk about, your Judeo-Christian code, this is accurate. We need this to function. However, it's far older than Christianity, so it's a confusion to say this is Christianity brought this code to the world. It's not.
Good point.
It's an adaptation. Finally, ask Tom. You know who Thomas Sowell is, IFI?
Oh, I love him. He's an honorary member already.
So when you're discussing capitalism and you have detractors, you should ask the first Thomas Sowell question and see how they respond to it. And that question is, capitalism sucks compared to what? And ask them to build a better system on the spot. Hey guys, I gotta go, man. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate you stopping by, Joe, as always.
Hey, I gotta cut out too. I got two.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting tired myself.
I have bad news for you. I just set up a stream myself at the top of the hour.
Jeff will take over. Y'all can jump over.
Look in the back chat, I wanted to invite you to this room, and this is one of the guys who told me that he's live. So take a screenshot of those.
Can you post the link for me, IFI?
Hold on. Let me click on it and then post it. Where do you want this, in the comments or something?
Yeah, like your audience can come over there if you're ending the stream.
Yeah, you can give me a link. I'll put that in the chat. That was Joe's, the first one I just posted, that YouTube channel thing. That's what Joe wanted me to link. And then Jeff has something. Where is it?
I put it in the private. I'm a Cajun supremacist. I've already said that.
Oh shit, that was Jeff's. That was Jeff's. The link
okay, so the thing I just posted is the stream I just set up in about 15 minutes. I'll be over there.
Yep. And then Joe posted this, which I thought he was giving me a link, but maybe I misunderstood him. So Joe said, check out this.
Oh yeah, I just followed him.
So I don't know what those. Yeah, I guess y'all can search it in YouTube or whatever.
For vets or something.
So anyways, Dennison, long story short, I disagree. We're born into anarchy. We can decide to join into tribes and groups and collectives later on and sign up for communism, authoritarianism, whatever floats your boat.
You were born into anarchy?
Yeah. When you're born, you're not subject to anyone. You just have free will, and you can, run away from home.
Christ,
you're subject to Joe Mama.
That's ridiculous.
And so, even if you're born into a government,
now we know how he was
leave it
raised.
at any time.
You're not subject to anyone when you're born? That is ridiculous.
What government do you subscribe to when you're born? Are you born like a national patriot or like a?
You're born under the jurisdiction of the United States. As soon as you breathe air, you are a citizen.
What happens when you jump
ship? And you're forced to follow all the rules and regulations and abide by all the obligations thereof.
Are you forced? Are you?
Yeah, oh yeah. They'll put you in a cage and everything. Sometimes they'll kill you.
If they can catch you, I mean,
look up citizenship.
Yeah, so if you're running from something, you're beholden to it.
Okay, so if I run off to a desert island or something, I'm still an American citizen and I'm subject to their laws and rules, is what you're
Correct.
saying? Okay,
Correct.
Cool, bro. Cool story, bro. Anyways, so I agree. Most humans,
Wesley Snipes, QED.
Most humans give up immediately. Like as soon as they go to school, they're like, "I'm an
Yeah, no,
American.
you can
I
run
have
from
no
the
choice."
government that you're not beholden to for the rest of your life.
Or you can
Yes.
start a revolution and say, "Fuck your government. I've got a better one." And so
Yeah, you can
there's
join
all
the
kinds of
Wolf.
shit.
And you did that,
Go
right?
join the Chaz.
Yeah. It was called the Boston Tea Party. Look it up. Anyways, so we beat the authoritarians.
Damn, you look good for your age.
We beat the socialists and we beat the immoral people, and we started morality with a capitalist libertarian government. It was pretty
Alien and Sedition Act violated the Constitution up and down less than 2 decades
And we
after the
fixed it,
signing.
didn't we? The system corrected
So
it.
what I'm trying to do is encourage any good and intelligent people left on the planet to go back to that system, because we were getting pretty warm, but we didn't quite make it fully to conservataria because
I have a
humans fucked
question.
up. Yeah, go ahead. What's up, Jeff?
If they're intelligent, why do they need you to tell them what to do?
They don't
can
need
use
me,
their
Jeff,
intelligence to
but
figure that
there's-
out. And if
but
they're good, you can trust that they'll use their
Jeff,
intelligence
I'm
in
answering
wise
your
ways.
question. They don't
But
need
he wasn't
me.
done with it yet.
They don't need me, but there's strength in numbers. So it's better for us to join together and be nice and friends.
Yeah, but
and
you can't even
prosper
get a
together.
panel with 3 people to join.
I
you 'cause
agree.
You want to dictate.
That's
and
why I said
ru-
I'm giving up. They won, Jeff. I'm no
But
longer
the very
fighting.
first time you were on my stream, the very first conversation we had, I told you all this. Everything you say right now,
I should have
said
listened
to you the
Jeff.
very
I
first
should have
time we talked.
listened to the wise words of Jeff. That it's a pipe dream and it's never going to happen. I agree. So, anyways, Jeff, I'm done with
Because
the
you were bad at
libertarian
selling it.
debate. I'm done with the capitalist versus socialist debates. I'm not gonna. I can't.
Well, good. You can join our little men's thing that we're
I
starting.
can't argue with retards anymore. I don't have the energy or interest left, and so
I
the
bet
only
you're
thing
so
left.
good at. I'm serious. You really are good at it.
The only
I
thing
think you should-
left is a little place called the Church of Phi, and Daisy's my first member.
No, we got you covered. We're starting something. In fact, Dennis said we'd like for you to get involved too.
And so, if y'all haven't met Daisy yet, she's already my new favorite member, and I'm going to have many conversations if she is willing to have more conversations.
Y'all could just go
with me.
back and watch the streams to see this pattern.
But I'll show you what it looks like real quick. Here,
It's
let me
like
present.
Coyote and Roadrunner.
Here, look at your screens. This is the video. Click on that video, go watch it, and you'll learn all about the wonderful world of the Church of Phi. And there's my little forest in the background, by the way, Jeff. That's where you can
Yeah, I
find my
like it.
bunker.
It kind of looks like my website.
So my bunker's hidden away back there, and if you get past the electrified razor wire and the sniper towers, you're more than welcome to come have a beer with me and tell me about why your civilization failed. And you should have listened to Phi when you had the chance, but no, nobody wanted to listen to Phi. We were gonna the socialists and authoritarians will figure it out. We just keep voting, and then the right person will save you. So keep voting for Biden; he'll save you. Don't worry. He's got you covered, bro. Anyways, that's all I've got left in me is religion. You can come to my Death of a Libertarian stream if you want to, Jeff, where I talk about why I'm leaving the Libertarian Party for good. Because in my
another
lifetime,
death upstream. Okay,
yeah,
I'll be there.
yeah. So
I love a good I-5 funeral.
in my final nail in the coffin, I'm blaming it all on Dave Smith. I'm blaming it all on Dave Smith. So you can find him and tell him he ruined Phi's hopes and dreams. So anyways, I'm done with politics. I'm also done with the panel versus drama. So after Based finishes his little spat with Andrew Wilson on my stream on Friday, be sure you come to that one too, because that's the
No,
end
I
of
planned. Yeah, I will.
that's the end of the panel versus drama for me. I'm cashed. I'm done.
Well, you always have a rocking chair on our porch. So
Yep.
Stop by anytime.
So the only message I have left is the gospel according to Jesus.
Mark, the demon.
Jesus. And so if you're interested in religion,
There was no gospel according to Jesus.
that was the gospel. That was the main gospel.
It's not a written gospel.
There's
Jesus
also
didn't write a
gospels according to
gospel.
humans. But
Although,
you guys don't
isn't
like
the Gospel of Thomas one that they think was his actual words?
And you're of the Church of Peter, and you're of the Church of Andrew, and you're of the Church of John. That's not the point of the apostles.
The Church of Peter.
The point of the apostles wasn't like people you're supposed to follow. They were just pointing towards Jesus. That was their only job. So
in a way,
if you
I
got
am in
it-
the Church of Peter.
Okay. So, anyways, I will talk about religion for free. You don't have to pay or super chat or anything. I don't want your money.
Can I pay to have you not talk
I
about
just
it?
want your sincerity, and so come with an open heart and good faith, and I will answer any questions about religion. So, I'm done with politics. Anyways, guys, it was fun. I had fun starting with Jeff's panel, ending with Based Oracle's panel. It was a fun ride. I enjoyed all the people I met and talked to about all the different topics. I'm afraid
And there's a bonus. There's another Jeff panel you could come to right now because that's where I'm headed.
there's one more Jeff panel. He's gonna keep this truck rolling. So, anyways, guys, it was fun. You can catch the death of libertarianism. That's my final political stream, and then after that, you may troll me. Sometimes I may just pop in some person's random stream for shits and giggles, and then you may say, "Hey, Fi, what about this politics thing?" And I may accidentally answer
Wow, you spent time playing out this fantasy.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much done with all the drama though and all the politics. So there's not much left to talk about at this point. So if y'all want to know about Jesus, come find me. It'll be here on my channel, and that's all I'm talking about.
And if y'all want to know about Satan,
yeah, and then if you want to know about Satan, Jeff's got you covered. So by the way, if people like Jeff are interested in stopping by and challenging any claims of these so-called Christians, you're more than welcome. That's the whole point of the channel is, none of my cows are so sacred that you can't slay them. So by all means, try and see if you can slay that final sacred cow, and we'll see who wins. So Dennison, I welcome the spirit that you have. Save it for religion because that's all I have left in me. I'm not interested in debating politics anymore. So I'm cashed. I'm done. Any parting thoughts there, fellas? I'm getting real tired and about to crash into bed. So anything? Great talking to y'all. Thanks for stopping by. It was fun.
Long live Spiritaria.
So you probably won't hear me talk about any of the other stuff anymore because the other two legs I don't care about. I don't care about capitalism or libertarianism anymore. So religion I am interested in. So Machine, we do get to finally have our chat about Islam and Christianity. But I think you were asking me about Christianity the other day. So maybe we'll start talking about that first and then compare and contrast our notes. Dennison, any religious thoughts you look forward to in any future conversations?
Religion is just another form of authoritarianism.
That's true. And that's why retards like Andrew Wilson don't understand how to separate earthly governments and like spiritual laws and structures. And so good job, Dennison. You just pointed out why so many humans fail at understanding, just because God is a king doesn't mean you should make human kings. That's not what God said. God didn't say, I'm a king, therefore you should definitely have kings on earth because that's what I'm saying. Because in fact, God said, don't make kings because all they do is cause trouble, but humans are retarded. They never listen. They're like, give us kings. Fuck you. And so they got kings, and here we are. Anyways, so there you go, Dennison. See, that's the spirit, lad. Come and challenge all the things. I want you to challenge every word I say from now on this channel for religion. Bring it. You can't hurt my feelings. Okay, so this was fun, guys. Come back, bring your friends, do whatever you want. So I'll be around for religion. So peace out. Later on, fellas. I'm going to end the stream now. Bye.
For sure.